to sit back and be like, nobody noticing me. I'm just this smooth guy running off with the money.
Current location 01010 Matrix Boulevard, somewhere in the American Society. Manifesto. Head west on Memory Lane toward North Babylon Trail for 0.3 miles. Turn left onto less traveled road in 700 feet. Turn right onto BLK Privilege Boulevard in 0.1 miles.
I try to tell them to follow the big dip, enticing by the ice on the side of a big ship. And now you get the true definition of big drip. The marathon.
Your destination will be on the right.
You must have thought that we was coming the same. I let your mama, she the one who to blame.
Shabbat Shalom, gods and goddesses.
If I tell a story, if I tell a story, if I tell a story that I never told a soul, who the thought is like to try to take it to a toll? I'm not trying to take control. Give everybody my everything and they hold. That's why I gotta make that my machine go. Gotta make that my machine go. Gotta make that my machine go. Gotta make that money machine, money machine.
Scoop a pocket pass, stop and pop, no popping, lock it down. Smoke a lot of gas and puff and pass with my puffing companion. They vanilla wafer flavor, we discussing Southern Spanish. Something lonely at these moments I can manage. They told me at the top ain't no difference of being banished. Similarities to a drop when it disappear and it vanish. Can't picture me at no Oscar recipient of a Grammy. Grammatically we improper, be hard to see what I'm saying. Be hard to see what I'm saying.
And I know, I done been down this road, that's for sure. Gotta be down to ride and go. And they show, people ain't down, lay down before. I can't go, for none of that, I just need time alone. If I tell a story that I never told a soul, I always like to try to take it to a toll. I'm on me, take control. Give everybody my everything and they hold. That's why I gotta make that my machine go. Gotta make that my machine go. Gotta make that my machine go. Gotta make that money machine, money machine.
I be getting quiet, Franks, and quite frankly, don't do no talking. Obnoxious, get you to caution, be harder than summer walking while open urban hibachi. A soda bowl of them talking. You better get them some milk in the words of the urban guys. I made a left at a red and I ended up on the seat. Them people left me for dead and I ended up on my feet. Them peoples you probably fled, how they ended up on your sheet. I told him show me a plan and he handed me a machine.
I get this shit.
popping. We ain't shopping at Gucci stores, they be hip hopping. Can't be running and telling stores, we be zip locking. Picking bags up off of the floor, I'm talking hip tossing. All these clarities in my storms.
If I tell a story that I never told a soul, my always like to try to take it to a tour. I'm on me to take control. My enemy, and everybody, my everything, and they hold. That's why I gotta make that my machine go. Gotta make that my machine go. Gotta make that my machine go. Gotta make that money machine.
Scoop in the building. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. Today we are here with Empire Professor Ras Natty. What's going on, brethren?
Oh, we in the booth. booth. We in the booth.
Hello,
You know, it's another Taco Tuesday, so time to make some money. You know how we do it. Always trying to get to the bag, because that's the only option. Because even right now, Russia's in a war, but they sanctioning them boys, trying to take their money away, because they know that money goes a long way, especially in a war, bro. Like, y'all might be like, man, it's a war. Them people don't need no money nowadays. Everybody need money. So, yeah, even in the war times, you need your chips in order. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to get my shirt. One of my shirt look on one of my wrong side. Ooh. Solano is up to 105. I don't know how low it was, but I know it's at 105 right now. I cannot remember the low, but I can remember now, and I see low.
104, 59.3.
You know, I got it on crypto like his Yes,
Pump
man.
it up.
Yes, man.
Pump it up.
I'm always a little bit ahead of
Solano up 8%.
Mm.
41, 42. Keep counting. Alrighty, guys. Bitcoin is currently at a loading $44,448.
Yo, y'all just took it out of me. Y'all seen me trying to get that rebuy. Y'all know how to play me. I bet you like y'all went to sleep. I'm about to turn on the chart right now. Don't get y'all back, but yeah, let's go.
They're up 3% on the day for Bitcoin. Ethereum's up 3% on the day as well at $3,000 and $3,012. Again, Solano at 104.75. A Polkadot is at $19, up 3% on the day. One way. Nope, 2%. Close to 3%, 2.88%. Luna is at $94. Oh man, guys, if you guys did not get that 50% off, try now. Figure it out later.
Why should they cry? Did we come on the cast and tell them about it? Did we speak about it last Tuesday or Tuesday?
Yeah.
I know we did. I'm
Oh, okay.
So back than you.
Yeah. I was confused. I was like, why should they cry? They should cry because they missed it.
No. I'm just saying, what if they ain't know about it? I was trying to make sure that we told them about it. So
we let them know. So thank us now or later when you see us for the people that did listen and react.
100% back. Remember we was telling y'all, it was like, y'all, you should like stop. Remember we told you Tezos. What's Tezos at?
Tezos is at 350.
How much percent is it up on the day?
0.64.
Okay, it started doing some move, but Tezos was all the way at like $2 flat. So that's so you feel me over whatever. I think maybe been weak because they was working a little earlier. Dogecoin had a little shoot up today, but look how low Doge is. But how much percent it was up?
2%. 88. 97 cents.
What about our Negus? What about our Litecoin?
Why am I zooming out? Okay. Litecoin's at $114.
And did you tell me about BNB? Because I don't know if y'all know, but I'm in BNB high.
Litecoin's up 1.7% on the day. Binance.
I'm looking at BNB for
it's at $413, up 5% on the day.
Y'all playing, like I said, maybe because it's up 5%. Y'all may want to wait, but bro, this is $1,000 break.
XRP is at 77 cents. up 0.88% on the day.
Man, y'all better stop telling people XRP is the shit, man. I seen one of my friends. I wanted to hit him up, get him to come on the cast, man. He was hell bent on XRP.
I see somebody tweet, no, Russia is not planning on using XRP.
Oh man, Russia throw that the fuck away.
Get out of here, bro.
I was
them gas y'all up by XRP.
I was reading old stories where it was talking about Putin already owned a nice amount
of XRP. Okay. All right. Some of the
damn, Empress. Why would you get me into some nonsense like that? No, not no XRP.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I was confused. I was like, really?
Empress just threw me for a loop, and I'm saying answer. Yo.
Alrighty, guys.
Get Empress away from me.
The metaverse tokens. You have Mana at 284, up 2% on the day. Sand is at 341, up 8% on the day. Theta is at 329. It's down 0.06% on the day. Phantom is up roughly 2%. Phantom is at $1.87. Chainlink is up 4% at $15. What else is going on here with these metaverse and Ethereum ERC20 tokes? Matic is at $1.65, up 4%. Crowcoin is at 44 cents, up 0.33% on the day. Shibu Inu is up 5% nearly. I don't know what this is. 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths. 27. I think that's how you read that. I need to figure out how to read those decimal points. But yeah, any other tokens that you want to update on?
You gave me.
Stop it.
That's really about it for this. Some other ones that I'm interested, but these are super small caps. Can you see like God Chain, Spell, Love Potion, all those? I'll get some more name.
Where would they be? ERC?
Can you just type it? You on it? I'll type it in.
Okay.
Is it registered?
ST as well.
Spell is a utility. Is a yield coin. I'm pretty, but the whole metaverse atmosphere. I was gonna check on the race and all them boys.
Okay, so it's up 2% on the day. It's at 4 cents. No, not even.
Yeah, that's it.
Less than 4 cents. And the high was maybe it's not the right one. Because this has never made it out of 1 cent territory from my looks.
And you saying the spell token we have for sure was at $1. I mean that's at a couple cents.
24 cents.
Okay, go up them type of the race. What they saying they do?
Spell token has no description.
Yeah, more than likely that's not them, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Other ones. Yeah, spell fire, spell token. Alrighty.
What about Crow?
Crow, we just did 44 cents.
Okay, I love Nair.
The raise, DRC?
Yes, ma'am. DEC, I mean, is the ticker.
DEC?
Yeah. It ain't come up?
No. Let me go to Coin Market.
Weird. That's the ticker. I'm pretty sure. No, it's it might be DE raise for sure. Let me go double check. Yeah, DERC.
All right. It's giving that same little logo.
Mm.
But it's saying it's at $1.74 up. I mean, down 4% on the day.
Okay, so that's right. Down 5%. Yeah, that's because they was up, I think, almost 30% a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, if not a day ago. So yeah. So when me and Empress always explain that y'all see things are down. You gotta keep in your mind the relevancy of what down is.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it's down 5%, yeah, but it just was a 50% yesterday, so that's just a small little pull, small little retracement. Look, we down 4% now. We moving up.
Okay. Spell token is a reward token associated with abracadabra.money, a lending platform. Let me put this on the screen.
Yep, that's it.
All right. So a lending platform that uses interest-bearing tokens. IBTKNS is the token, I guess.
Yes, ma'am.
As collateral to borrow a USD peg stablecoin called Magic Internet Money.
Mm-hmm.
Abracadabra uses the Kashi lending technology pioneered by Sushi Swap. Sushi to SUSHI spelled sushi is the ticker for Sushi Swap. To provide isolated lending markets that allow users to adjust their risk tolerance according to the collateral they decide to use. Users can deposit collateral and borrow MIM, which is a ticker for the Magic Internet Money token.
Yes, ma'am.
Against it, Abracadabra also offers yielding farming opportunities where users can stake their liquidity provider, also known as LPs, tokens to farm spell. This facilitates better liquidity for certain cryptocurrency pairs. Currently, Ether, also known as Ethereum, Spell token, and Magic Internet Money, LP3 pull curve. Oh, I think it can't be that one. I think they have this on crypto, not crypto, Webull. Okay. Furthermore, users can also open leveraged farming positions using borrowed MIM from their interest-bearing collateral. So yeah.
See, I don't want to distract you right now. Right now, there's a retracement, a downtrend for BTC.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We try to put that was the 30-minute basically that they rolled. They also used the 1 hour. Mm-hmm. So right, they was able to get the 40. But now they don't have any more uptrend, so they're gonna pull back. Mm-hmm. So I'm the reason why I stopped emphasis because this pullback is a selling opportunity. Because all of the uptrends already got hit.
The 1-2 wants to go up.
So there's technically no more uptrends that could do anything
major. 3 wants to go down.
Yeah, so that's what I was telling you as far as they just started doing the retracement. Mm-hmm. So they just hit the 1 and 2. Yeah. And if you look at the chart, you can see that that last high right there, you see that 44.75. Mm-hmm. Right, previously before that, they were 44.78. That's because they used the 30 an hour. Mm-hmm. This is them just trying to come back, try to see if they can just build up some more pressure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but as you can see, nigga, this is a fail higher. So they're gonna retest lower levels, and now the goal, like I said, the goal is always to hold the lower levels. So the other day you went to 42, you want to hold 43. You go to 43, you go to 44, you want to hold 43. So like you always want to hold a number under you, if not the number that you're in. But since they didn't completely take this 44 over, they can go like 43.9, 43.8, but you don't want to drop too low, but they still got a weekly uptrend also too. So they might drop low. They don't care. Sometimes people don't care. But them weekly uptrends, they don't really care, right? They took the daily from 37 to 45. They could have made it easier on themselves, leaving it at 38, 39. They could have ran that bit to 52. But people choose to do things different.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So was Spell and DRC the only one?
Oh man, I just had some Gods, GODS.
Okay. So God's Unchained is down 4% on the day. It's at 128.
Okay. Yeah, we have to chart this, but like I said, a lot of these are good. These are good little solid plays.
Mm-hmm. God's Unchained is a free-to-play tactical card game that gives players true ownership of their in-game items, led by the former game director of the Magic the Gathering Arena. The game focuses on competitive play, which means players must strategically outsmart their opponents by building decks that are able to combat a wide variety of tactics. In Gods Unchained, players completely own their digital items, giving them the freedom to trade, sell, and use their cards any way they like, just like owning real, tangible cards.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you that, meaning that you physically own the currency and whatever you get. So in the game, you'll make currency. Mm-hmm. You'll be able to take that extra currency and turn it into USD or whatever the situation is. Right. That's what I always liked about that game. Same thing with spell, where you can cast little different spells to get different yields. You can cast this spell, get a 30%. You feel me? It's just different. It's, you feel me, gamifying investment almost. Mm-hmm. I'm big on it. Because not for me personally, but I just know people, right? People like even with the Forex situation, people liked the Forex so much because it was gamified. Just press a button, you're gonna play. Press it, you feel me? You close yourself. You feel me? It's just how fast your hand is. Oh yeah, it's going up. You remember what the one dude was telling us? He was like, as soon as it's going, you got to press it, and it's coming out. You got to stop. You remember the way he was explaining it? Do you remember the way he was explaining it that day?
No, we're not doing that.
No, you don't remember that day.
I remember, but we're not doing
He was saying that he had to press the button to stop out. Babe, you remember what he was telling us? What was he explaining at that moment?
Right now.
Man, we got to go back and run some of our old cats. Bro, somebody was telling us that they had to press it. Bro, they had me and Empress like, what? That sounds so dumb, bro.
You big on the screen.
You got to hurry up and press a button. You tell me something crazy is going on, and you just need to hurry up and he was like, bro, if you don't press the button in time, you threw. I'm like, what? You threw? What are you talking about? Bro, what was he talking about, bro?
He was saying 30 people was getting that same signal, right?
And what he's saying, though, if you don't get in early, then you miss it?
You miss the signal. Everybody already sold.
Oh, so now it start going back down. And then what was the other button? He was saying you got to press a quick button and you got to get out. Like,
I'm not feeling it.
Bro,
I'm done.
We got to go back and watch that video, bro. That video might be a case study. That video might be a case study. Yo, what? Yo, I could present this like if I went to school, if I went to cause they got some universities that they teach trading in. Mm-hmm. I went to these major trading universities and I presented this and I was like, yo, this guy right here, he trades commodities. Not even commodity, you trade currency. I don't know what this brother's trading, bro. He's telling me to press buttons fast. He kept stressing that to me. Yo, you gotta make sure you press the buttons real fast. And I was like, what? You mean press the buttons real fast? And I hit up one of our other brothers. I wanted to bring him on here today because I wanted to get into the real estate a little bit. I hit up one of our other brothers, not our former brother that was on the cast. I'm gonna hit him up, so I'm gonna have him come on the cast one of these days. But one of our other brothers, he still told me he was in the real estate, so I want to hit him up just peek his brain right now because right now I'm hearing people say buy before the price go up, price go up, and I agree to an extent. Mm-hmm. Why can't price go down though? Why can't they be like, yo, just wait, the price got to come down, bro? Right? I remember when Bitcoin was at 64 and people were saying, yo, get out. And I think y'all should get out for a little bit. And it's like, nah, what you talking about? The price is gonna go up. If you don't get in right now, you might have to buy it 100K. Right? So I don't know. But I'm gonna have some Bitcoin talk about scarcity. I'm gonna have a Bitcoin talk about how interesting it is that there's no head. We spoke about that before when we was delivering a little message about one of the brothers that say he created it. And then we showed a little video where he was a Chinese dude. They seen him. His actual birth name was Satoshi Nakamoto, so they thought he was Satoshi. And he's like, yo, I'm not Satoshi, bro. They're wrong with y'all. So, the narrative is flawed. But just think about if there was a company, a publicly traded company that had no head. It just lived on the principles. It was just principles, and it just went by principles. Like, yo, this is what we believe in, this is what we're doing. Do what we believe in, do what we're doing. Do what we believe in, do what we're doing. It's no company like that. Every time they come out, they announce guidance. That's what they call it. It's literally called guidance. I'm not trying to be flying. When they come and they do their earnings and everything, after they do their earnings, they have guidance. So they let you know what's their plan going forward. as an investor. They're guiding you through the process. Yo, we're gonna do this, and we're planning on rolling out this, and we're gonna increase wages here, and then we're gonna, you know, we're trying to hire such amount of melanated woman, and I need some. You feel me? Everybody got guidance, bro. So you got to just figure out what the guidance is. So you know that's what me and Empress trying to educate everybody on, the guidance, the lines that you could tread between. So we be telling y'all, stay away from them risky stocks, risky investments and things, because they don't have no guidance. There's no line you could thread between. You can always lose everything with them, cause they crazy, they erratic. I see Empress got the stock market up here. Go to CVX. CVX is super important. Oil is important right now.
Where is it?
To your right. Keep on going right on the Tesla. Is it up or down? It's green, so it gotta be up, huh? Up 3% on the day.
Do you see that price? I'm crying.
Oh yeah, you should always be
crying inside.
Everybody should always cry.
Yo, 133, bro.
Everybody should always be sad. But look, I remember I told you the same thing earlier. Remember what I bought Luna at? Like 86 cents or something. Yeah. It's why I try to explain to people. Sometimes there's plays that you just don't get out of them. You have to think about, like I said, with day trading, you got to think about them charging you. But if you could withstand charging, bro, you could withstand downs. I tell everybody, if you can't take them down, you get them ups. Them ups gonna be crazy, but if you can't take them downs, you feel me? So it's kind of weird. But yeah, hopefully Empress able to find that flat situation for us. But Microsoft was down 1%. Just look at the tech sector. Everybody trying to figure out, has the tech bottomed out? People trying to where's the bottom. I can tell y'all what bottom is by looking at the chart. I be seeing y'all just trying to jump in. Yo, this the bottom, this the bottom, this the bottom. Yeah.
No, this is the year. This candle doesn't end until the year's over.
We not done, y'all. Just be patient. Be patient. We in a daily downtrend. Wait till tomorrow. Let's see if we can get one up. Right. If y'all seen that shit with Bitcoin, if y'all seen it with even Luna today, people probably were trying to call Luna because I seen some people short it, but they was like, "Man, these shorts print so fast." I was like, "Yo, shut up!" I hope you still in it. I hope you still in it because we might make you pay in a little bit. Because I don't know if you're reading the charts like I am. There's no more downtrends to help you, brother. No more. So keep on playing that little game that you playing. The only brother that you got on your side right now is, I think, a yearly at 76 or somebody wild. Come on, bro. Stop playing a game with us. You're gonna lose your. I'm ready for you, Empress.
What happened?
I thought you were about to run through any of them jobs.
Oh no, all of our videos are private. I'm on your channel, so these are just clips. Majority of them.
So you don't even remember the episode he was on there?
Yeah, I don't know. You see this one? I have LeVar. So I know it's in the zone, but yeah, these are all short clips. None of them are the actual footage.
Then what the short clip said?
Oh, jumped in? He jumped in?
I'm saying, what he jumped in and said? I jumped in, jump in, and jump out. I jumped in, I jumped out. Yeah, a nigga really told us by pressing buttons fast as fuck, bro. Bro, this is not me trying. I hate people thinking that I'm trying to crack jokes, bro. This like look at the white people. All right, so y'all can't hear this, but what Empress is playing right here, we was playing the clip of Richard Pryor going into the to the temples. And when I say temples, y'all call it the tombs and all this wild shit, whatever the situation is, y'all call it. He goes in here and he start reading the wall and he start looking around like, yo, what? Y'all said this nigga killed everything way back then. Y'all told me why I did this. What y'all talking about? Y'all bugging.
Get the bulldozers, there's nothing here. But, shut up. And heavens, time for tea, eh? What?
And Swab, one more thing, because I seen that scoop and you were talking about Google being sued, and y'all didn't seem to know why. They're being sued because you know how damn near every phone, Google is one of the primary search engines on it. They're saying that that's an antitrust like violation. The fact that they're doing such exclusive deals and causing there to be a monopoly on phones, that they pretty much want to stop that, and that's where the suing is coming in at. Like they want to be able to have different search engines such as Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, so on and so forth, have a fair place in that market of search engines. You're muted, Swab. You're muted.
Swab probably doing some weird shit.
If you're gonna say that you're in a capitalist country, bro, you can't use the word fair in the word market, because how is it fair? If these companies want to go with you, they can go with you. I'm probably just offering them more shit. You know why I'm offering them more shit? Because I got more money and I can give them more money. That's the problem that I said with capitalism. It runs a fine line between capitalism and hyper-capitalism. You know what I mean? Because it's just that simple. That's how it's gonna go. Because what incentivizes another company to go with you rather than Google when Google is gonna give me fucking way more than you're gonna give me, because all they're interested in is market share.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. It's a weird shit, bro. Like it's I don't know. But them niggas was smart too, who invented this system, so they had to know that this shit was gonna implode on itself at some point. I don't know. They probably ain't expect to go this far.
Oh, hey, everybody been saying they know. They saying the rich people moving their money offshore. Like, so I'm trying. It's a lot of different talk about a lot of different people doing a lot of different shit.
It's all type of different shit. Jay-Z and Beyonce make $2 million a day. Imagine what the fuck these other niggas who really doing shit make. Come on, bro. I don't even want to even
imagine what the fuck these, bro. I'm trying to tell you what, bro. When
I heard that, yes, of course, I'm not retarded. I'm gonna applaud, bro, because bro started from the project. Like, I gotta applaud that. That's dope. You feel me? But if you're making that, bro, come on, bro. What you gonna tell me the nigga who run IBM making? Stop playing with me,
bro. I remember when I heard what your boy Jeff Bezos was making an hour or a minute. I can't remember what the breakdown was.
In the day when I was in 4th grade, I still remember that shit, or 5th grade, or whatever the fuck. I was in elementary school, and that nigga was making something like $70,000 a minute or some crazy shit.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. What I was seeing from this dude, he was making something million a minute or something crazy. And I was like, oh, so that's how you average so much billion.
You even put that money? You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I ain't retarded, bro.
And then how
who was funding kings and shit like that? You ain't telling me these niggas ain't doing the same shit now.
Hey, and now they just moved their headquarters to Washington, D.C.
All right, see, bro, we're gonna need a whole another pod, just the conspiracy pod.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Who this is that
Tuesday, bro? Tuesday, bro. Tuesday.
No, now we about to sign a little bit. Who this is that jumped in with the L, man? This is my boy.
Who's that?
I don't know. Seen somebody jump in here, bro. Quiet than a motherfucker.
I ain't gonna care. I'm about to slide though on y'all, boy. And
bro, we out, bro. Fuck with you, my G.
For real, man. I had a great time.
Get that rest, G. Peace out. Hey, yeah, but Tuesday we back in here, bro.
You already know it. It.
Peace. Damn, something weird happening with my boy LeVar shit, bro. Safari cannot open the page because the address is invalid. But isn't this my boy LeVar here right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, nevertheless,
we had you fucked up the whole night, bro.
We let that run, man. Because the boy was talking about hyper-capitalism.
Why you can't speak, bro?
Fair and
come on.
Maybe LeVar just listening tonight, bro.
But we back on the. Right, we back on the Taco Tuesday, like y'all already heard in the previous cast, right? Taco Tuesday is how we do this, where we talk about currency only, right? The only way to move quote unquote money is through a current, hence why currency is what we call things, but money is completely different from currency. And it's not completely different, but it's like a subsidiary. It's like under currency. It's like something that currency creates value. Money is really value. I guess you can call it energy. You can call it time.
I have a question. So, like, if you put your money in Bitcoin, right, and say you buy it, like, at 39, and the second buy is a weekly down. When you try to go to, like, the next exchange and take the $1,000 out, like, is it still there?
What do you mean? Like, so, like, what you saying?
So, like, you put, like, say you got a bro Cash App login. You put $1,000 on the Bitcoin or whatever, and then they literally, in that same breath, hit the weekly, start dropping, and the other person is in that same Cash App account now trying to withdraw it or whatever into their Cash App. When they try to withdraw it into the Cash App or whatever, like, say it's 10 minutes to get? No. Once you buy Bitcoin, it's on there, right? All right, so say literally 30 seconds after they purchase it, they hit it and it goes down to like $998, $97. Is it possible to get the $1,000 out, or is it now you only have $997 in the account?
Yeah, that $1,000 is impossible.
Okay.
Because first of all, every time that you get into something, you lose money. Everything you get, you lose money. Yes, ma'am. Everything, right?
Okay.
So even if it's just 10 cents, like even if you go bigger and it's 50 cents, it's $1.
So in a little bit, are they gonna like be the same as Western Union, because they just bring fees up once enough adoption happens? It's like, you need us. You're now dependent on us.
Yeah.
The same fees we try to make seem like weren't even gonna be there anymore.
Yeah, and that's always a thing that you can do with currency and even exchanges. Anything centralized, you could always do that. Decentralization is the ultimate goal. You don't really worry about a lot of those things in the decentralized.
It's like let the robots do the work.
Right. So peer to peer, they don't charge me and you nothing. Right. If we never cared about getting back to USD, we could just keep on going and not have to ever worry about fees really.
Right.
In between the network, because the network communicate with each other. So I can send it to you. You can send it to somebody else with the address. You can send it to poop. yo.
Way too much.
Something going on right now. Y'all see the thumbnail? Putin, bro. They're saying that people trying to send Bitcoin to Russia, possibly. I got that article coming.
Which one?
But right now, Empress, you know what I want you to do? I want you to go all the way to the bottom. Yep. That right there is going to take you to the place. Matter of fact, CoinDesk. So CoinDesk says, absolutely surreal. Okay, Ukraine conflict continue. Yeah, it probably goes that one first. Yeah, that one that you on. Y'all got to peep this situation right here. I really want y'all to peep this situation. This is a dope situation. It's not dope in the sense of dope, but it's telling, right? People, currency crashed. I was looking at Russia, John. They John less than a penny. I heard people say, what the fleck? Yo, imagine all that money that people had, bro. It's cut. Just cut.
To nothingness.
You just holding money that means nothing to nobody. Right? So instead of attacking Russia in a sense, because I don't know if anybody's seen the articles, but there's a lot of articles saying that Ukraine sank oligarch ship and Ukraine doing this and Ukraine, everybody's doing these to these oligarchs and all these different things that they're talking about. They're saying, yo, we're not really worrying about the people, like, because we know Putin good. Like, sanctions don't affect him, nothing affect him. He been sanctioned. He don't care about being unsanctioned or being he don't care, bro. That's not what he's like. That's all nonsense, bro. Right? But if you start hitting his friends, they may start looking at him like, yo, bro, we gotta make some changes, cause right, and then he can start being like, okay, cool, let's move like this a little bit. But if you just want to sanction him and try to put pressure on him, and everybody's still rocking with it, like you've been seeing, I think Belarus joined in with them, and that's why they trying to they sanctioning the other guy, Dmitry, I'm pretty sure his name is. Nevertheless, they sanctioned his ass too with Putin. And man, Putin in the sanction boat. because they both on the same wave, bro. And Putin got a couple other bros that's kind of on the wave. And I hear Biden made a great speech tonight, which is why I call it State of the Union. Biden had when I say a great speech, I'm talking about choppy though, just regular Biden shit where he was like, you remember, shout out to Biden though, because he did say some important things where he was like, yo. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it for y'all, but not right now. Empress, what you got for me? You got the article on the screen. Let's go.
Absolutely surreal. Inside a fundraising millions of crypto for besieged Ukraine. The Unchained Fund has raised 1.8 million and plans to launch a DOW this week, even as team members live with sirens, explosions, and artillery barrage following the Russian invasion. Article by Anna Bedova. After Russia invaded Ukraine, Andriy Velikly, I'm just going to go with initials, AG, would look out his window at night and count the lights in the windows and nearby buildings. Around 90% of them stayed black. The cryptocurrency entrepreneur's apartment building faced Kyiv Mandan Square, normally full of people. It's empty and silent now, except for the sirens blaring from time to time. Some of his friends chose to leave the city when they could. Others are now fighting the invading Russian forces on the front lines. I chose to stay somewhere in between. I'll stay here in my apartment and protect my family here, Vilke, a member of the local shooting club, told CoinDesk on Monday. And if things get worse, I'll go to the front lines. On Tuesday, he posted on Facebook that he had left Kyiv with his family.
shout out to the Viliki. Yo, shout out to you, brother, because you had giant plans. I'm talking, bro. If you plan, the Most High laugh, bro. You really told us that last thing you was doing was leaving. First thing you doing, nigga, you staying in the spot because niggas ain't gonna run you out the spot. First of all, nigga run you in the spot. You gonna stay at the spot. You gonna protect your family, bro. And if worse came to worse, you was gonna go to the front line. And then Tuesday, on Taco fucking Tuesday, you decide to post something.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
In the metaverse. And you know Putin gonna sanction you for that. Come on, brother. Hold on. Who is Andrew though? Did Andrew? He was just a member of the local shooting club.
Wait. He wears several hats. He is the CEO of MP-Swap Foundation and co-founder of Albridge, a startup working on cross-chain integrations, building bridges between blockchains. Many of his employees have moved to the western part of the Ukraine, a bit farther from Russian tanks and rockets than Kyiv. He's also a key member of the team behind the Unchained Fund, a vehicle raising money to buy food, clothing, medicine, evacuation, and repairs for civilians, and everything but weapons for the army. Unchained accepts donations to multi-signature wallets on the Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Harmony, Avalanche, Near, and Clio networks. The project is one of several ways the Ukrainian crypto community has spontaneously coordinated fundraising attempts during a conflict that has killed hundreds of civilians and stoked fears of a new Cold War between Russia and the West. Parallel efforts include Ukraine DAO, formed with the help of Russian art collective Sirai, and the Ukrainian government's own crypto fundraiser. Ukraine DAO has raised 1,570 Ethereum, which is equivalent to 4.6 million. Official Ukrainian government addresses have received over 200 BTC. That's a total of 8.7 million, and 1,639 ETH, 4.8 million.
All right, now keep this all in mind. When I tell you about utility, you're starting to see it in real time. Right? ETH is utility in just a sense that right now we're looking at it as currency, but just look what they're doing with Bitcoin. You hear me? Just pay attention to what they really at. 8.5 million. 195 BTC.
And you cannot just go away with that money. We gonna see where every dollar go.
All right. So just think about it in this time, Empress. Your currency completely collapsed.
Ooh.
And niggas say, yo, we got something worth such and such amount of coin. we're gonna send you some coins, and then you split the coins up into the actual currency. You ain't even got to turn it into y'all ruble, turn it into USD or something, right? You can still do that. BTC is BTC. You can turn it into any currency, really. I don't know, bro. That just shows you the importance of something like this, Empress. Because you got your currency, you believe in your little country. I heard Charleston West said one day when he was telling DC, one of them boys, he said he loved his city. He said, I don't love my city. I love the people in this. I don't give a fuck about the city, bro. City ain't got nothing to do with me. You like, right? So that's the same thing where it's like, yo, I love the people in this country, but this country, this is made up, bro. I'm on Jamaica. This is a made up island, bro. Shout out to y'all. Y'all rock with it, but come on, bro. We know this ain't nothing too much, bro. We know where we came from, bro. We know that this ain't really our genre, right? So let's not get so invested that we got everything in the US dollar even, right? We just cannot believe in nothing today. Not wholeheartedly.
Bro, I'm just thinking about the Black Lives Matter folks and how they ran off with the donations, bro. And it was all in USD.
Running off with the money.
Imagine if freaking that investigative bro would have they would have had all that on the blockchain. He would have called that shit out immediately.
Fleck that. What if they was in Russia and they ran off on the people and they was like, yo, some motherfuckers ran off. Let's crash the currency. They can't buy nothing. Worthless ass piece of money you got in your hand. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's different ways to handle things, but definitely with that blockchain, you could see them.
They're about a $200,000 house. 1 penny.
You could.
That's all I got, bud. 1 penny.
Right now, the thing is getting tough, Empress, because literally, bro, you literally had a currency worth a certain amount. So, you know, every money that you had was this 30% in one day and then 25% following the next day. That's 50%.
Is one Satoshi more than 1 ruble? For sure.
Oh my gosh. more than one. For sure. Man.
Because I got what?
I'm dying
10,000 Satoshis on the fold, John, and that's $3.
Man, I'm dying right now. I gotta get away from you.
I'm sorry.
Get away from you, bro.
Okay. Damn, Come Back Alive, a group supporting the Ukrainian army.
Oof, I only got a throat no more.
Raised over 195 Bitcoin. Yeah, so a total of $8.5 million USD, according to an estimate by Forklog, a Russian language crypto news outlet. Various organizations raising crypto for Ukraine have received over $58 million in donations over the past 6 days. This week, the Unchained Fund is planning to launch a distributed autonomous organization. That's what a DAO is. If you guys were confused, a DAO is distributed autonomous organization, which is just something in the middle of the internet, right? Where you can convert.
In a sense, but more so like, see how you would think about like an IPO? It's sort of kind of like that, but not like that. So this is like me and you coming together, writing some shit, sending it to the people, and the people like basically setting the price for it. Right, so we're trying to start a fund. It's like a DAO is always looked at as a fund, right? So we're trying to start something, and we going public in a sense. That's what that DAO and all those.
Okay.
Yeah, and with the multi-signature wallets, this is what I was telling you. Even with the first guys that did the pipeline, when the pipeline had Trump was in office, right? Those guys, they had a multi-sig wallet, so you could start seeing it with a multi-sig wallet. The importance of that is we have to have multi-signatures. So if I'm trying to take some money out, you gotta sign it. You feel me? Whoever all got the signature situation, we all gotta sign off on it. Like I can't just go in and take money out like it's my own personal shit. So a lot of companies are doing that, and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these things that Bitcoin creates and just the whole Satoshi situation, it's next level, bro. Like even where Michael Saylor was explaining it, like, yo, this is just some brand in the sky in a sense. Like, right, this is almost like just a program, like just in space, like you got nothing to do with it, like it's autonomous, right? So you remember this is the same situation where they explain this distributed, right? Distributed. So we distribute it to the people, right?
Yeah.
And that's the whole situation.
So a decentralized autonomous organization, or DOW, is an organization that's governed by code instead of leaders.
So which is what I want to explain. It's sort of like an IPO. It's all about us going public. It's not really public in the sense that you would think it. So I don't want you to think, because there's another instance of this where cryptos go public. So it's not completely DAOs, but DAO is the sense of like you could sell pictures. Like you got goddamn 50 pictures, you can do a DAO for the picture. So it's like a fund, almost like a fundraiser situation.
All right. So as far as the multi-sig and kind of adding on to that, it says it's a blockchain-based form of an organization or company that is often governed by a native crypto token. Anyone who purchases and holds these tokens gains the ability to vote on important matters directly related to the DAO. They typically use smart contracts in place of traditional corporate structures to coordinate the efforts and resources of many towards common aims. These are self-executing computer programs that carry out a particular function with certain conditions are met.
Right. So same right back to the point. This is sort of kind of like an IPO. You buy shares when they want to split up or they want to do whatever, they come to you and we have a vote.
Right.
Right. So that's what I'm kind of explaining to you with the DAO. Like before that is you can't say shit. It's a program, nigga, and they do whatever they do. But with the DAO, you have voting rights, and a lot of these coins are now giving you, if you buy the native tokens, you can vote on the different changes.
So this is like a Ponzi proof, or like not Ponzi proof, but like
to say, because niggas have
embezzlement proof type thing.
More or less, right? Because it still happens, but now it's like it's public.
We see you.
Yeah, so it's like you kind of put a bad name on yourself forever, right? But people still getting got. I seen some people get got on some. A DAO had just started the other day, and even the constitutional DAO, shit ain't really do that good. And I don't even know why people bought that shit, but you know, it's NFT craze, all these different craze. I was watching somebody talk about blockchain and talking about really Bitcoin and stuff like that. And somebody else came in there. Matter of fact, they were talking about Bitcoin. The lady was trying to figure out, yo, there's another one though. It was like, yo, Ether. You know, them people be saying Ether, they love Ether. And then she was like the metaverse or whatever the situation was. Seen a bunch of people in the comment section. NFT. Y'all look clown. I thought y'all was done with that shit, bro. It's inflation. People still buying them shit from y'all, bro?
Nigga, you know somebody money stuck in there.
Man, you better
mention so many NFTs.
You better send that shit to Ukraine, bro, and help them folks out, dude. Everybody not buying them shits no more.
Okay.
So this is explaining to us what the DAO is, though, huh?
Distributed autonomous organization that makes decisions about how to spend the funds. Things progress slowly but surely, Velky said. Because everything is so secure and decentralized, it's very slow, he said. Despite such drawbacks compared with traditional fundraising methods, crypto has benefits too, such as public audit trail of the donations. It's a matter of our reputation that the funds raised transparently with blockchain technology are used for things we declare to fund, says Alexei Bubuk, a co-founder of Unchained. Multi-sig
that's
wallet.
exactly what Empress was just stressing, nigga. That public footprint, nigga. We're gonna watch that.
On February 24th, Velky's wife drove to the grocery store and brought home a car full of food. He said that was a good call because the family had enough food to go for several days, and the food has become harder to buy. When there's no curfew, people rush to the stores and sweep all the food off the shelves. Before the Russian military assault on Ukraine started, Velky spoke of his friend's plans to evacuate from Kyiv with sarcasm. Back then, few people in Ukraine or Russia believed there would be an invasion and bomb shelling of all major Ukraine cities. We had been going back and forth on whether we should evacuate people or not, and ended up choosing not to, unfortunately, because until last week, we didn't believe that this would happen, says Anatoly Kaplan, founder of Forklog. Kaplan himself lives outside Ukraine. Half of his team, or about 20 people, are in the country.
So, right, you got to think about this. And then even I was thinking about it. So, even if y'all got the message earlier, would all the people have fled? That he would have really won, right? Right, and that says he would have been the true winner. Because if all the citizens fled, he just take the city over and it's his city now. I don't know. Do you think the higher ups had Do you think they knew that it was gonna be like? Do you think somebody knew like for sure? Like, yo, they coming. I see them right there. They coming. We got them on their line. I don't know, but I'm very, very concerned that he's saying that, yo, I wish we would have knew, because we was going back and forth about it. We was wondering, yo, should we leave? Should we not? Yeah, nah, they not gonna invade. They ain't gonna invade now.
I need to go update our passports.
You said everybody would have just left. So you tell me, even in a time like that, people check passports. That's crazy. Passports should be pointless in them times. If I'm trying to leave America in them times, you shouldn't even look at me. I should be
No. You not sneaky, my boy. You said you ain't got no papers? Oh no, we don't know who you are. You might be part of them. You got to show us something, brother.
But why can't
Birth
leave?
certificate. Oh, you can leave and go to the next country, but you can't leave on a plane and try to come to America.
No, I'm trying to get out of America.
Oh, well, yeah, then you probably can get out, but you just can't get back in.
I'm just saying, in the sense that they attack America and I'm trying to run.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me they gonna come check me? Like, yo, bro, you trying to leave? Yeah, bro, the whole country falling. Let's leave.
We definitely need to figure out like whether expired passports would be an issue. I would think so, just to play it safe. But what if it's like one of your youths with the expired one?
It's gonna be you and the TSA agent fighting nigga to the death.
Guys, make sure your passport's up to date, because we don't know who is on the main line for these invasions.
I'm talking about you throwing.
Bro, do you hear these people? Like, they literally like, bro, sarcasm. We laughed about it almost. Guys, they did this 5 years ago. No worries. Day before it's about to happen, Putin says, all right, we're going to draw back some troops. We thought about it. All they're doing is checking inventory. Like, a lot of bros left, bro, so we don't even need this many. I ain't say I was done with y'all, though. That's like a parent with a belt. Yeah, I'm not done with you, bro.
This dude really walked into Crimea and took it over. So I know what type of bro he is. And back then there was really no resistance. So like I'm telling you, me listening to Empress read the situation, I'm like, yo, OG seemed like his whole team would have left.
Yo, this is so sad. Like,
sad as fuck.
It's like I'm laughing because it's like the other thing you can do is cry, and I don't want to cry on the cast, but man, this shit is crazy. Like, imagine just being like, nah, that's not, and then boom.
This is a human rights violation. It's a human rights violation. First of all, I tell you, the king fought hard. When I see the Marvelous Man earlier, I was laughing. I'm like, man, this is what the king fought for. Right? The king fought hard. He drafted up documents and different things to say, yo, we shouldn't have nuclear weapons on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be warring like that, bro. Like I said, even when they went to Ethiopia, them people were traditional warriors, bro. Traditional warriors. They came out with like the sound, nigga. They had people so shooting with bow and arrows.
We were just watching that lecture, and just to see the mindset and mentality of someone that lives in a cold region versus the mindset of someone who lives in a warm climate, it's just like night and day. It's like, oh, we need to bury those people in the ice.
You couldn't think of a nigga trying to destroy this shit,
bro.
Cause you like, yo, you ain't got nothing over there, bro.
And that's the mentality I think people have. Like, with the nuclear weapons, they thinking with the guns. It's like, bro, why would it go that far, bro? Nothing should ever go that far. Like, why is it going that far? But then you start to realize it's COVID, poverty.
It's been too far, though. It's been too far, right?
What you mean?
It's been too far. They've been shooting people with guns when people just had bow and arrows. It's been too far.
Oh yeah, but it's same ice people. Mm-hmm. Like,
I'm just saying, they can't come back and try to reel it in. Like, yo, y'all trying to use nukes. Like, it's sad for us, right? The people of the sun that love the planet, and like, yo, we got to protect it. But Hitler said, yo, this ain't got nothing to do with us. Hitler said that, I don't know if Hitler said it. You know, white people always get mad at me. But Hitler said that white people stole the Jews, the real Jews. And he's saying that y'all have started World War III. And it's not with the people. We're not here to defend ourselves in a sense. Like, it's
so you think Putin said, like, he doing that issue, doing and see where it gets you?
I'm saying,
because you said that they've been trying to get in NATO, and like, was it like a public thing, like, bro, we get into NATO. We don't care what Putin's saying. Or was it like, no, we're just gonna privately get into NATO, bro? And you know, when push comes to shove, bro, we already signed the papers. Like, why was it a public thing for people to know that, all right, they want to join NATO?
You know, everything is done public, and you know, you got intelligence agents. It's a bunch of pieces that go on behind this. Bunch of pieces going on behind it. So you're like, yo,
so you saying even if they love being sneaky, Putin like, send somebody in there, caught y'all.
Yeah, what y'all mean? Y'all trying to join what,
bro? And what's really crazy to me is the fact that like it can just be like this world is so big that it's literally like capitals. It's not even the whole Ukraine. You hear people in the West like still got power, still got food, so on and so forth. And it's just like, bro, this John is just like, it's really about synergies, bro. It's literally a concentrated energy somewhere, bro, and then destruction happens.
Yeah, they all even back in the day, they tell you that it was the Eastern Bloc and the Western Bloc. So it was different. It was even different soldiers back in the days. It was, I think that it was Eastern Bloc. Then they call themselves the Freedom Bloc.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Western Bloc was more so like Russian ass niggas. Like, I don't want to say that's Russian, but I'm just saying it's always been like that, right? Where it's like people probably in Kiev and all these different places, they technically Eastern Bloc people. They're not trying to be under the Russian rule, because those people always been there. They always wanted to join America. They always wanted to join NATO or whatever the situation was with the EU.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I heard that they're doing. I don't know. I heard them talking earlier about some EU situations. Biden said he protecting everybody. Biden said, "Yo, if you're part of NATO, he protecting you." So I would tell you, I keep on.
He gonna sanction for you.
I keep on asking Empress, bro. No. See, them boys getting sanctioned because Ukraine are part of NATO. That's what I'm saying. And they're part of NATO. Biden would be over there.
Okay.
Biden would send all our troops over there right now. You seen that one white boy that was on the cast that was sad? Yeah, I gotta go to Ukraine tomorrow. They say I gotta go to Ukraine. He getting sent out.
Babe, that meant no. He said eventually. He wasn't even sure.
He looked sad. He looked sad at me. And when he went to work that morning, they discussed it. It was a discussion somewhere, and they were
no,
like,
you're not going on reserve.
And,
staying right here, bro.
And let me not say Ukraine, because they're not going to Ukraine. If they're going to Ukraine, they get wiped the fuck out for no reason. They're not going to Ukraine because Ukraine is not a part of NATO. Like, they're going in the surrounding regions that's a part of NATO. So they're going like to Germany, and just little different little places just so they can like move on something. If stuff get real crazy, they might move on stuff to just get wiped out. But NATO not, I mean, Ukraine not part of NATO, bro. It's tough right now. It's tough. So people trying to send money, we trying to help them out. We trying to send money. But look, if we were sending US dollar, what would we do? We'll be shooed. But now we got BTC. Blockchain to blockchain. You gotta think about, bro, how amazing this technology is. That's why I don't even understand why people are not fully invested. Even when I see people shorting it, I'm like, yo, y'all are against, like, who are y'all? Like, who raised you? But like, you know, I figured it out. Yo, one day, I see the nigga in that bitch so defeated. He was so defeated, bro.
What you mean?
He was so defeated.
Why?
That was the day that Bitcoin felt like the 34, 35. Man, he was so, like, you could hear it in his voice, you could see it in his typing. He didn't understand it. It made no sense to him. He was asking them like, yo, why do y'all keep on doing this? I was like,
yo, imagine not having an answer, bro.
I was like, bro, they on the other side though.
Yeah, that's devastating.
They on the other side because they probably be like, yo, why y'all always buying this shit? I be telling y'all 10K, like, people, everybody mad, but like, bro, that dude that day, bro, it hit me different. I was like, man, he feeling it. Yo, he's feeling the Empress. He was like, bro, why?
Yeah, and it was so funny to see these other guys, the other guys over there.
What they did?
Bitcoin's about to pump. They not telling you no reason why. You know they know why. They know exactly why. But they trying to seem like exactly as I predicted face ass.
Oh.
It's like, bro, don't let them trick y'all, bro. It's answers out here to fucking go get, bro.
You think they be knowing though? Cause I be peeping them.
Bro, they literally was talking about one candle, bro. That already got hit.
I don't know if they. Oh, so you watched them today?
No, it was when the daily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because daily just got hit again just recently with us. BCC. We just tested the daily. That's why I tell you this is a double.
We tested it?
Yes, we just tested the daily.
So wait, what do you mean it didn't go up?
We tested. Oh, was that the daily or the 4 hour? Yeah, we just did a test on the daily. Empress.
No.
Yeah, Empress, look.
What are you saying? They didn't flip the daily?
I tested it right here. A test is a flip. They went down, red tested it, and the green passed. So the red just failed.
Okay.
On the daily. And the same thing on the 4 hour. We just tested the 4 hour.
Yeah, and the 2 hour. That's how we knew it was going up because we seen the 2 hour early.
It was a 4 hour test.
Oh shit!
Yeah, all these tests take you to heaven.
Oh my god!
You can never get a test, and I tell you, test is double.
That is a sweetie set up.
Yeah, test is double. Like the first time you see a say you getting your ass smacked in a daily downtrend. Mm-hmm. The minute you start going up, you're gonna get smacked again. That's what I was telling Empress. I was like, Empress, I've been calling the daily. I went on there. I showed Empress the what I wrote in the situation. I was like, yo, we about to ride a daily, use it as a catalyst. We used a daily previously to get to 45. That same daily that took us from 36 to 45 took us back to 34. I mean 36, if not 35, damn near. Right? So that same daily that took us to 45 took us back down. Now that same daily is taking us back up. But what it was doing was it was waiting for the weekly to get closer. Mm-hmm. Right? So this is all a ploy.
And look at this. Look at these. Look at these.
What that
look
is.
at these. Look at these.
That's the M.
That's the M.
Yeah,
so you got the west side and you got the M side going crazy in a little bit, bro.
Yeah, everything is setting up beautifully.
And it's a fail.
Yeah, everything's setting up beautifully. Everything's you feel me?
It's gonna feel like New Year's when April comes.
Yeah, everything's setting up beautifully, but what you gotta always understand is
they're gonna rotate through.
Ooh.
So don't get so excited, guys. Be patient.
It's not as straightforward. You feel me? It's not as straightforward as you think it is. Mm-hmm. Same way, like me, Empress was explaining. Who was up? We had a buy at 38. We had a buy at 34 one time.
Damn near what? The same hour as that brother. Yo.
You hear me?
Man.
So just always remain patient and just always.
I want to cry, but I'm just gonna laugh. I'm just gonna levity the situation, bro.
You always gotta trade the actual setup, the actual strategy, everything that you proposed before you got into the play. Because if you wait till you get into the play to decide what your moves are, it's gonna work out sometime, but it's not gonna work out too much because that's discretionary. So we talk about consumer discretionaries, things like Target and all type of different things. But it's like, do I feel like buying clothes? Do I need clothes? It's like it's discretionary things, right? But consumer essentials, those are things that you need. Like there's different things that is more so needed, but discretionary items is however you feel today. Yo, do you want a backwood? Nah, bro, I ain't smoking no backwoods today, bro. You give me 2 sources. That's a discretionary item. This just doesn't really matter. It's not a thing of, should I get this one? Right. So, Empress, you have something else in that situation?
Yeah, just to conclude, for 6 days, Velke and his wife and 1-year-old son lived in the heart of the besieged city along with other civilians. Every day, their background noise was artillery, barrage, explosions, and sirens. When the sirens went off, the family would go downstairs to the underground parking lot, serving as a bomb shelter. He said by the 5th day of the war, he didn't care to spend too much time underground and preferred to sleep at home. Fortunately, cell phone and internet services were still good in the city, and the payment infrastructure stays functional as well. The Unchained Fund's ideas has always been to fund humanitarian aid like food, clothing, and medicines, but not weapons. Some participants are very particular about not helping the armed forces at all. There is a discussion ongoing if we should be spending funds on military equipment like thermal imagers and collimators. Different people view that differently, Vilke said. The peace negotiations that started on Monday brought a bit of hope. Vilke said everyone was hoping that the war would stop soon and life would go back to normal, with the shelling intensifying in Kharkiv and Kyiv. On Tuesday, however, that hope is fading. What's happening now is absolutely surreal, Bubuk said. Bobuk said. That is the conclusion of that article, guys. Those names kicking my butt.
Babuk.
What
is it? Babuk got a different name here.
Bobuk.
That name probably Bobak.
Bobak.
Vladimir Bobak. You know he yeah, do the YouTube, John.
Yeah, it's loading.
All right, just making sure. And what we already did that one. Ooh. And then what's the next guy that you got up there? That's CNBC boy.
Price jumps as Russia-Ukraine conflict?
Yeah, that's also one also. And them other two we had kind of spoke about those, I thought. But I think I had one to get a little bit deep. But
which one did we say we were going to react to on the cast? That lady.
That one?
No. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about?
No, you got me. I'm lost right now. What you saying, loading?
I want to hurt you. I know you sensitive to laughter, so.
Especially right now, bro. My throat itchy, bro. Every time.
Itchy? That was you with no?
No.
I gotta beat you up, bro.
No, my throat has been itching. My throat is itchy.
Yeah, why?
Oh, I can tell you why.
I know why. I know exactly why. You ain't gotta tell me.
No, you don't know why. I had the blue. It's that blue. It's that blue.
You're gross.
It's the blue.
That's nicotine. Oh, you talking about the blue tip bullets? Nah, bro, but I seen you out there shirtless earlier, brother. I don't know who you was trying to impress.
I'm always outside shirtless because I gotta
and
go.
You told me to go go in the sun.
I gotta go. I got my skeleton hands on. Hey?
You got your skinny regular hands. All right, babe. Which one?
Nah, I want to hear about Russia first, bro.
Okay.
I was really Kanye.
Wait, this one?
That little jokey joke shit you just did, bro. Just blew me. Yeah, I want to hear that one first.
I'm sorry. You want to kiss? No? You want to kiss on the cast? All right, I'll do it off the cast.
You a nun, bro. You a nun. You a nun, bro. Bro, you a nun.
Stop trying me. Open that.
Bro, you a nun, bro. You a nun. You a nun.
Daddy.
You a Nancy the Nunsky.
You the one that's been watching Nancy's down the drain.
You a Nancy the Nunsky, bro. You remember Sister Act? You Whoopi Goldberg and Sister Act. And I'm one of the singing kids that took it.
You got some already.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do some more. Why my lips look blue? I think I'm making my lighting wrong. Look, even my shiny hat look gray.
Blue black.
Yeah, still good.
You said you're lighting?
You Dr. Umar daughter. Shout out Dr. Umar Jansen. I was telling Empress Dr. Umar Johnson was being played everywhere. Now we switching up. We got a new black man on the plays.
Yes.
You know who the black man is, bro. Yeah, he was on the job with Fauci. Fauci.
Babe, can you sound check me?
44.2. I've been telling y'all it was a sale earlier. It's still a sale, bro. Don't let none of this shit fool y'all. Bitcoin
overall targeting strategy is to target Putin's friends to try to put more pressure on Putin personally. I don't think Putin himself is deterrable. So you just have to try to get his support circle to try to change their perspective.
Julian, we saw a major market reversal yesterday, midday. We're seeing some of that strength carry on over today. Is this a sucker's rally we're seeing in these markets here?
We don't think it's a sucker's rally, Brian. What this is a bottoming process. It's going to be volatile.
Of International Relations and Professor of Political Science and Law, co-director of the Research Group on Global Capitalism and Law as well, and Julian Emanuel, a Senior Managing Director of Equity Derivatives and Quantitative Strategy at Evercore ISI. Thank you both for being here this morning. Karen, I want to start with you as we try to figure out what the implications of these sanctions are going to be. I saw something earlier that it's kind of like trying to take the meat away from a vegan who's at a steakhouse. In other words, Russia's already fairly independent on this front. What's your read through for all of this?
Well, Russia as a country, as its like state budget, has insulated itself from sanctions. Something that I read was that the budget is designed to function at $44 a barrel in oil. So in that sense, it won't be a hit on the everyday Russians, but that's not really the strategy. The strategy is to really target Putin's inner circle and the people that really matter. Let me step back a second. If the SWIFT sanctions hit in, that would really hit anyone who has any international connections. So that would go to a deeper everyday person level. But the overall targeting strategy is to target Putin's friends to try to put more pressure on Putin personally. I don't think Putin himself is deterrable. So you just have to try to get his support circle to try to change their perspective.
Julian, we saw a major market reversal yesterday, midday. We're seeing some of that strength carry on over today. Is this a sucker's rally we're seeing in these markets here?
We don't think it's a sucker's rally, Brian. What this is a bottoming process. It's going to be volatile for weeks to come in all likelihood. So we're telling people that you can start deploying a little bit of capital, but be careful about it, be patient about it, because we're going to have an enormous. If you think about the last 6 hours, at 4 in the morning, the market, the S&Ps were down 50, and we were worried about the imminent pictures of troops coming into Kyiv. And here we are right now, and there's talks about more talks. And S&Ps were up 30 or 40 not too long ago. So what it is a time, because of the market volatility, there's a lot of emotion in the markets. And this is one of these times, as an investor, you don't want to get caught up in the moment-to-moment fluctuations in the headlines and really focus on the bigger picture, which we think is eventually higher stock prices.
Where should one be putting capital right now? Is it time, Julian, to fade that move in commodities and dabble a little bit here in Bitcoin? Bitcoin backed up about 40,000 here, seeing some other high-risk areas of the markets come back here. What do you think?
Well, I think cryptocurrencies right now are sort of caught in this cross current of, use case versus inflation hedge versus geopolitical hedge versus, frankly, as they've been for the last number of months, a risk-on asset. So for us, there's a lot of noise surrounding there. It's likely to go on for a number of more months.
Right. So if you was listening off rip, what you hearing is Bitcoin is the greatest shit on the planet. This man says it's caught up in between so much pit holes right now. Geopolitical, right. So if you hedge, this, that. You feel me? Right, Empress? Mm-hmm. They got so much different angles. All you need is one angle, and you won't be buying. Some of my guys, they always telling me they waiting on 22 and shit.
Ooh, are you playing Slayer?
I'm playing Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Slayer.
Slayer.
Oh, SAYLOR.
Michael?
Yeah.
Frankly, though, when you think about it, what was interesting yesterday was that when West Texas hit $100 a barrel, you really had the start of the about face. And what we've seen is some of our investors that have been involved in the energy space starting to take profits a little bit, really redeploying into places where there's high short interest, places like the home builders, which have a domestic focus, and really starting to dip their toes into some of these technology names down 30, 40, 50% that have earnings.
I want to take a little bit of a step back here, because obviously there's a little bit of a dissonance, right? Because obviously we have to talk about the markets. That's what we do. It's important for our viewers. At the same time, you have a disaster going on. I think we're all cognizant of that, but I just wanted to sort of say it out loud, as it were. And Karen, on that front, when we're talking about sanctions, we're talking about something that is not going to prevent tanks today necessarily from rolling on Kyiv, right? I mean, we're talking about something that takes more time to take effect. What kind of timetable are we looking at here potentially? And at some point, will it actually stop what Russia is doing?
It's going to take time, and also sanctions are going to grow in response to how much violence one finds in Ukraine. So it's easy to win a battle, and Russia will succeed in taking over the capital. But Putin has some larger objectives, instilling a government that is friendly to himself. I'm sure he wants to get a promise that the Crimea is really his, for whatever that is worth. But he also has these historic agendas that he wants to establish a greater Russia in the larger region. And for those agendas, it has to be seen as succeeding. So sanctions are trying to ebb and take away what Putin wants to achieve in his larger agenda in the war, to the extent that we know what his larger agenda in the war actually is. And so I do think that there'll be more support for tighter sanctions. This is a kind of a gallows analysis, the more the violence grows. So if you think about the Ukrainian military strategy, it's going to be asymmetric warfare, because they can't deter the tanks and the overwhelming air power and the overwhelming missile power. What they're going to do is try to send a lot of body bags back to Russia. Russia got the Crimea almost for free, and they want to make sure that this becomes bloody and costly, and that Russians don't have a stomach to pay for this element of the war. The sanctions side of the equation is to make Europe and the West unfriendly place for Russians to be, and to really hurt them where it counts. Now, as the West is closing the door, it looks like, and this is a bit early to say, but it looks like China's going to open up its door. Now, it's going to open up its door, I heard this morning, to grain exports. But also, if you think about where the oligarchs like to hang out, I mean, if they switch their financial transactions through China and start selling to China, then they're going to have to also want to have a fancy apartment in Shanghai, in Beijing. And I don't know if that's really where they want to be and where they're going to be grumping about. So it is a long game strategy. And in the short game, it's going to look like Putin keeps winning. If I can say something as well about the economic effects in the U.S. economy, which is a question I know is on people's minds. And we heard that the stock market might go up. And that's because our economy is a global economy. So on the one hand, we're energy efficient and we're food self-sufficient. And that is a really fantastic thing. But we're also a market economy, which means that when global prices go up, the prices of all the goods that we buy also go up, but also the profits that all the companies that sell these goods make goes up. I think it's really Europe that's going to be paying hugely for this, because, well, we look at our gas prices at the pump, and that, of course, does affect the family's budget. We're not dependent for our heating on Russia's energy, and Europe is dependent for their heating, and it is winter there, and their energy bills, that's not an optional expense. That's going to go up. As well as the trade is going to impact them more directly. We're not as dependent on Russian trade. So it's because we're involved in this global economy that the prices are going to fluctuate.
And Julian, that brings me back to the Fed, of course, if we're talking about fluctuating prices and what's going on with inflation. we are hearing, it keeps sort of going back and forth whether we're going to see 50 basis points in March as we react to each new Fed speaker. What's your current thinking, of the moment thinking, on that issue and the implications for the market?
We think the Fed is very committed to doing 25 on March 16th. I know that there's been talk, and frankly, surprisingly yesterday from some of the Fed officials, of really towing the line with regard to the market expectations of 6 25 basis point hikes in 2022, and the start of quantitative tightening, which also happens to be Evercore ISI's view. But frankly, I think what you have to ask yourself now is, is the risk to that number of 6 asymmetrical? And we would say that if you start seeing more negative headlines, which again, at some point you certainly are, out of Ukraine, and that starts to affect other asset markets and the volatility starts spiking once again, that the risks are going to be fewer hikes, but they really do need to do 25 at March 16th to deliver a commitment and really to sort of satisfy markets.
Thanks so much, guys. Really great to get both of your perspective on this very busy morning once again. Julian Emanuel of Evercore ISI and Karen Alter at Northwestern. Thanks to you both.
And then I want that Damie Daisy. I want the Damie Dash with Yay. But that's what we were speaking of earlier, bro. You can't really sanction Russia, bro. Them boys built up a stockpile. They've been sanctioned 20 years now, bro. And I know you want to put super straight. Oh, we tighten it up. I've never been this tight before. And now, okay.
We've never been able to closing our $1 trillion deficit.
If you say so, bro. I heard you saying you're going after the oligarchs. You can there stuff. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. You know, I've been watching videos and I'm hearing Russia also say that they're imposing sanctions on y'all. Just be very careful, bro.
Mm-hmm. Bitcoin jumps as Russia-Ukraine conflict continues and U.S. imposes further sanctions. Bitcoin could be having a watershed moment, one expert said, as the cryptocurrency continued to rally off the lows seen last week. Article by Tanaya McKill and Arjun Karpal. Bitcoin jumped as much as 16% on Tuesday, continuing its sharp rebound as the Russian assault on Ukraine continues and the U.S. ratchets up sanctions. The cryptocurrency was last up 6% in the previous 24 hours to 44,219, according to the coin metrics. That rally comes after cryptocurrency prices plunged last week as risk assets such as stocks sold off following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Ether jumped 5.4% to $2,980 early in the day. The crypto asset rose above $3,000. Some analysts have attributed the big surge to investors buying the dip, Russia's attempts to use crypto to evade sanctions, and throw this whole article away. Oh my gosh.
This is a dip buyer.
Sneaky guys. I see what they're doing though, bro. It's the illuminated ones and it's the speculative ones. Anyways, so yeah. Investors bought the dip. Russians' attempts to use crypto to evade sanctions and Ukrainians and Russians trying to get their money out of their respective countries. Crypto to evade sanctions. Many have suggested Russia could use Bitcoin, which is not owned or issued by a single authority like a central bank, to evade sanctions. Veteran investor Mark Mobius said that could be one reason behind Bitcoin's rise. I would say that's the reason why Bitcoin has shown strength now, because the Russians have a way of getting money out, getting their wealth out. Mobius, founding partner of Mobius Capital Partners, told CNBC on Tuesday. Bitcoin's rally began after the U.S. imposed further sanctions on Russia over the weekend, targeting a central bank on top of existing sanctions aimed at oligarchs and Russia's sovereign debt to sever the country from the global financial system. Leewald Valkyrie, investment CEO, said the idea that Russian markets participants could use crypto to get around sanctions is highly likely but misguided since it's far easier to track on-chain transactions than cash. Michael Renko, venture associate at AscendX, said it would be easier to censor the Russian government if it used Bitcoin exclusively to manage its central bank reserves. That way, anyone could see all monetary flows in and out of the bank accounts owned by the central bank due to Bitcoin's public nature. At that point, it would depend on Europe and the US to pressure the biggest exchanges, Coinbase, FTX, and Binance, to blacklist the addresses associated with Russia. Then no other major exchange would want to interact with funds that originated from those addresses, Renko said. So they'd be able to freeze Bitcoin funds and other crypto that touched a Russian account. Stablecoins as a safe haven. Since Thursday, when the invasion of Russia began, transactions on centralized Bitcoin exchanges on both the Russian ruble and the Ukraine hryvnia surged to their highest levels in months, according to Kaiko data. Clara Madali, research director at Crypto Data provided Kaiko, noted that ruble-denominated volume for the stablecoin Tether is more than twice as high. I want to throw up right now. As Bitcoin volume. We were just talking about this too. And I was like, didn't they just say that, when they go to China or any of these places, the main thing they're trying to do is get the US dollar? Mm-hmm. Here we are with the US Tether, the USD Tether. All right, so it's more than twice as high as Bitcoin volume, which she said suggests stablecoins could play a more important role as a safe haven asset or in circumventing sanctions. Most dollar-pegged stablecoins, such as Tether or USDC, are issued by centralized companies that could be targeted by sanctions, which could force them to monitor transactions.
Yeah, I was about to say, keep on going.
She said there is a precedent to centralized stablecoin issuers blacklisting certain addresses, so it will be interesting to see how the role of stablecoins evolves throughout the crisis. Isn't USDT banned in New York?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like to use a stable coin would be crazy because it's actually got owners.
Mm-hmm.
Right, these are all centralized exchanges. Like
Right.
all these got like actually a bro created these shits, right? So with Satoshi Nakamoto completely stepping away, who do they sanction? Like what do they do to him? Yo, bro, you selling
Show
these?
yourself.
Yeah, that's you still partaking in Russia dealings? What you mean? I ain't dealing with nothing, right? I don't have no dealings with nothing. I'm just sitting here, I'm chilling. Right. So I don't know. I'm just thinking about the concept of like, so Bitcoin is definitely important, but yeah, that public nature. But there's always ways to figure things out. So
Rico said the conflict in Ukraine isn't the reason for crypto's outperformance in the markets this week. Instead, investors are pricing out Federal Reserve rate hikes, like he said. So some
so everybody got a different little stupid thought.
Speculation.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna call that specu. All right, this one.
I don't think none of them peeped that we had a 4-hour downturn coming. Cause they kept on saying that. I remember that it was like, yo, look, gold going good and Bitcoin doing bad. Yo, I told y'all that gold had that damn near uptrends right on top of each other, daily, a monthly, and a weekly.
Brother, stop doing that, brother.
I'm just wondering why
we don't mention up or down trends, brother. We mention speculative.
That was too live, bro. I'm like, yo, look at gold doing good. Let's see.
These people really be ducking us. Like they don't say nothing about the charts.
People done chose gold over Bitcoin. Look. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? It's the charts, bro. Big gold been this whole time. What are you talking about, bro? It's a chart, bro.
It was a 2-hour down, 4-hour down, went up, some more downs. Like, come on, bro.
Kanye.
Mm.
When you first met Kanye, you heard his sound. Did you know he could be what he became?
No, not at all. I never expected that in a billion years.
So even something surprised you?
I'm not surprised. Nothing surprising me. I didn't expect it.
Okay. Well, if you didn't expect it,
I expected other people that were in my crew to be Kanye. I expected someone to do those things, but I didn't know it would be him. But the reason why it was him is because he had the most respect for me. He's the only one that listened completely. It still does on certain levels.
Yeah. The Yeezy brand. The Jordan brand had a head start. That's why I've always said I think it's so hard for someone to compete with the Jordan because he got a 25, 30-year head start on you. But the Yeezy has made up a lot of ground in a very short time.
Yeah.
Why and how did the Yeezy become so popular?
Jordan didn't make music.
So the crossover appeal.
Jordan was known for playing good basketball.
Right.
Kanye is known for something completely different. If Michael Jackson had sneakers and they were designed well, he would have made more money than Michael Jordan.
I think the thing I like about artists now, they're willing to branch out. Back then, the artists just wanted to do what he was good at.
Because I taught them that. You're talking about one of my students.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the point. I teach people things so it could affect us in the future. I play chess, not checkers.
Right.
Everything that happened now was dictated by something that happened 100 years ago. I'm planning for the next 100 years. So I have to get my people right as babies. Old people are fucking stubborn. Sick of talking to people that don't listen. Just because they didn't have the heart to fight, they judge the others that do. These young cats, they down for it because they don't know no other way.
Why is it so important for you to empower those around you? You always talk about how you give knowledge, how if people listen, you can go places, you can do things. Why is that so important for you?
I love my culture. It's like asking me, why would it be important for me to educate my child? Because I love my child.
Simple as that?
Pretty simple. It's all about love. I'm not going to educate you if I don't love you, right? I don't give a fuck about you. Why would I speak to you?
That's a little harsh.
Yeah. If I don't care about you, why would I speak to you? I care about the people I speak to. I make the effort. I even hurt myself sometimes to help others. Sometimes to default. So if I were to tell you when I'm 18, yo, I'm going to be the biggest in music independently.
Right.
I'm going to make the biggest movies, or at least the best ones. I'm going to have the biggest clothing lines. I'm going to do it all on my own. I got my GED. People traditionally would say I was crazy.
Right.
They all did. And unless you have a dream that people think are crazy, then your dream is whack.
Right.
I dream big, bro.
And everyone around me that dreams big, that I've taught to dream big, you're reading about them in Forbes with billions next to their names. Those are my students.
Well, I don't matter. Listen, because I want to be next to my name, and I ain't just talking about boss.
Me neither.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have $1 billion worth of love, and my culture's gonna eat, not only me. And I'm a toast to my culture and all of us being rich and being treated with respect, never having to fit in. I'm sick of hearing about it. I want to do something about it.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and become an official member of Club Shay Shay.
Hey, that boy Dame be serious, man. He was on the interview with my brothers, and he was serious just like they would have. He ain't know how to adjust. He ain't make no adjustments. Impressive. So it's like we might be looking to go up. And it's time to go up. But actually, what if that? Let's see. This. We got the KDJ down here. I don't know if nobody uses KDJ, but I don't. I never use the KDJ, bro.
Article or video?
Yeah, it's still a man. I'm talking about, bro. I'm upset that I'm not calling the sale right now. You said article or video?
Or is it?
Nah, you should have. Yeah, you should have the video. I had a video there.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And I did the whole playlist though. I sent you a certain video.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 videos from the Talk Day playlist also.
Okay. It's loading right now, so I'm gonna
let them know.
Go to the
you know, some can't PANW.
Okay. Dow Jones sells as Russia-Ukraine talks begin. Apple's new buy point. The Dow Jones Industrial Average sold off Monday as Russian and Ukraine leaders reportedly met to talk at the Belarusian border. Treasury yields tumbled, oil prices surged, and defense stocks rallied as logic. European countries continue to respond to Russia's attack, while banks and financials led a sell-off sparked by expanding Western sanctions on the Russian financial system. Among the Dow Jones leaders, Apple dropped 1.1% and Microsoft traded down 0.6%. In today's stock market, American Express, a Dow Jones stock to watch, down 2% and set to pull back to a buy point after a strong bounce Friday. Javelin missile makers Raytheon, RTX, and Lockheed Martin, LMT, jumped 1% and 1.6% respectively, leading the defense stocks to the top of the S&P 500. Electric vehicle leader Tesla rose more than 1% Monday as the stock looked to add to a 2-day win streak. What the heck's happening? Okay. Amid volatile, headline-driven market, Northern Oil and Gas, and NOG, Nutrien, NTR, Palo Alto Networks, PANW, and Ryan Specialty, tickers Ryan, are among Monday's top stocks to watch. Keep in mind that current stock market conditions should keep investors in cash and on the sidelines. Microsoft and Tesla are IBD leaderboard stocks. Ryan Specialty is an IPO leader. Dow Jones today, Russia-Ukraine talks at the stock market open Monday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average traded down 1.4%, while the S&P 500 dropped 1.05%. The Nasdaq descended 0.7% in the morning trade among exchange-traded funds. The Nasdaq 100 tracker, Invesco QQQ Trust, lost 0.7%, and the SPDR S&P 500 ETF SPY declined 1% after Monday's. European markets were also down sharply Monday. The German DAX sold off 1.8%. The London FTSE was down 0.85%. And the French CAC was off 2.5%. The 10-year Treasury yield ticked down to 1.89% Monday morning. On Friday, the 10-year Treasury yield closed about 1.98%, almost 2%. Meanwhile, U.S. oil prices surged 4% Monday, with West Texas Intermediate crude eased back below $96 a barrel. What the heck, 96? I thought you guys just said 92. Oh my gosh. It's almost $100 now.
Yeah, I'm about to say, and niggas been trying to get this $100. But go ahead.
Europe's Brent crude benchmark traded up almost 3%, holding above the $100 mark. Ukraine's defense minister reportedly arrived Monday for talks with Russian officials at the Ukraine border with Belarus, but prospects for a ceasefire were uncertain. Meanwhile, the United States announced further sanctions Monday morning, banning Americans from doing any business with Russia's central bank. Over the weekend, the U.S., European Union, UK, and Canada agreed to suspend some Russian banks from the payment systems known as the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, or SWIFT, and to target Russia's central bank. On Sunday, Russian President Vladimir Putin placed the country's nuclear deterrence forces on alert, upgrading the potential scale of the conflict. Stock market correction. The stock market posted more positive action Friday as the major stock indexes ended with strong gains amid the current volatility. It's an important time to read IBD's The Big Picture column. Yeah, right, because he's going to tell us about the actual uptrends and downtrends. Yeah. Anyways, Dow Jones stock to watch, American Express. I don't want to do that. Tesla stock rose more than 1% Monday morning, looking to add to Friday's 1.1% gain. The stock remains below its long-term 200-day line, EMA, after sharp losses. Look, that's what I'm going to give you about charts. 200-day line. I don't need a name. They're so green. Anyways, after sharp losses last week, there is no proper entry in sight as the stock continues to consolidate. Man, these guys are vicious. Anyways, the stock traded as high as $1,200 on November 4th, but ended Friday about 35% off that all-time high. Yeah, it goes on about more stuff, but yeah, that is the conclusion of that article. There was some good militia stocks to look at. You want to look at any of the militia stocks?
Been telling y'all, bro, it was at 40 for when I told y'all.
Hey, do you remember the names that the logical Pookie gave? He didn't really give them.
No, he gave them. I can't remember them.
Okay.
Yeah, that 30-minute downtrend that I was planning on him. So now I'm chilling because they about to probably go hit the 10 or 15 or something real small. But yeah, that's woohoo. Right, you got to think about that situation right there, Empress. They had so much speculative reason why this was going on and why that was going on. Man, it's gonna be tough for people to make money if we keep on speculating like that. I think that we, like I said, get a setup. We all need to figure some setup, some way to read the charts.
Get a setup or invest on the ground floor with Wallstreet bets.
Hey,
we got a Patreon. Show your loyalty. Because these niggas is gonna tell you lines, bro. They're gonna say, hey, a 200-day line. We looking for this line. You can't even go find line on your charts when you go by yourself in your room. Like,
nah, you might. Sorry, I guess some people like being smart and just putting a 200-day line on their shit. But it's 200 days worth of lines.
They gonna use a measurement tool.
Yeah. Yo, hopefully.
All right, babe. Which one?
Hopefully, bro. Make sure y'all tune into the cast and get this knowledge. What is right now? You're supposed to go to the actual link that I just sent you.
Okay.
YouTube one, my bad. It's not up there?
Hold on, I didn't reload yet.
No, don't click that button because that button saves another
version.
Yeah.
Into the net.
Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, I got a YouTube video on there saying I clicked that button already, so I thought it would have been struggling on your time. What did you figure out when you start reading these charts? Like I said, I was just caught a downtrend on BTC.
and it was at 44.3, basically 44.4.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, what just happened is we just dropped the 30-minute, and now we're looking to retrace up. And I was saying that we're gonna go retrace, and we're gonna try to test the 10-minute uptrend, which is kind of out of sight, out of mind. So I don't know how they're gonna test it. But if we can get a test on the 5 and 10-minute uptrend, this is a sell like nobody ever made a sell. Like I'm talking about this is a sell like you never seen a sell before. Like this is almost one of the best sells you probably even get. But then it's going to be a 30-minute uptrend coming eventually. So it's not as great as I want it to be. If they would have went and hit the 5 and 10 first, took us back up to 45, 43, that's when the sell would have been its optimal point.
Slow me down, but I'm gonna jump to this article really quick while that loads. Russian stocks crashed 33%, and Ruble plunges to record low. That boy hit a new 52-week low. Alrighty. This article is by Mark Thompson and Chris Lyokos from CNN Business. Alrighty, so Russian stocks crash. Boom, boom, boom. Record low against the dollar on Thursday after Russian troops launched an attack on Ukraine. The invasion is likely to trigger a new wave of full-scale sanctions aimed at President Vladimir Putin's inner circle and Russia's oil-dependent economy. A broad offensive.
No, you're right.
Okay, broad offensive by Russian forces targeted military infrastructure across Ukraine, as well as airports. The assault began hours before dawn and quickly spread across the central and eastern Ukraine as Russian forces attacked from three sides. Ukraine officials said more than 40 soldiers and as many as 10 civilians have been killed, and the deputy interior minister reported fierce fighting at an air base near the Ukraine capital. The Moscow, is that how you say that? Moscow. That sounds weird. Moscow. Anyways, Moscow Stock Exchange has suspended trading early on Thursday, but when dealing resumed, stocks went into free fall. The MOEX index plunged as much as 45% before recovering slightly to close down 30%, while the RTS index, which is dominated in dollars, ended the day with losses of 39%. The crash wiped about $7 billion off the value of Russia's biggest companies. Russian banks and oil companies were among the hardest hit in volatile trading, with shares of Sberbank, SBRCY, Russia's largest lender, losing 43% of their value. Rosneft, in which BP owns a 19.75% stake, also shed 43%. BP shares dropped 4.6% in London. Gazprom, GZPFY, the giant gas company behind the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, was down 35%. Okay. Russia's central bank said in a statement that it had instructed brokers to suspend short sales given the currency's.
Yo, it's so funny because right now niggas just short the fuck out of this shit. It's no help in sight. Into the shorts. Yo, that nigga said they called up quick. Yo, suspend the shorts. Suspend shorts. You can only buy long.
Do y'all understand what that means, bro? Hey, y'all was gonna eat way too much. 35, 49.
No more put.
You can get at the bottom and eat.
You can't put no puts over here.
Bro.
Put no puts over here, but you better get you a call. You better get you a call and predict this bit going back up. Right? And then look, think about the motherfuckers that jumped out at the top and then rolled it back up to 33% down. They paid, because it went down 45%. They made them that 12% back up after making them a 45% drop, probably. Man.
All right, yeah, I got that on. But yeah, so I like these articles though because they give you the fundamental perspectives on all these things in a nutshell. But that's it, guys. Don't depend on these people for any real help in figuring out when to buy and when to sell. Okay, just fundamental information here. Russia's central bank said in a statement they had, suspended the short sales. Hope you guys understand what that means. Now, if you don't, go ahead and jump in the comment section. Anyways, given the current situation in the financial market and to protect the rights and legitimate interests of investors, that means they can no longer borrow securities to sell in anticipation of buying them back at a lower price. The order took effect at 11 a.m. local time. The ruble was trading at nearly 88 to the dollar, down 8% after earlier hitting a new record low of 89.60. The Russian central bank said it would intervene in the currency market and provide extra liquidity to the banking sector. This emotional reaction was inevitable, but at the same time, it will stabilize. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said about the market turmoil in a call with foreign journalists, all the necessary measures have been taken for this, he added. So is this Belarus?
No, the Belarus bro got the same type vibe too, but no, that's not him.
Okay. The United States, European Union, United Kingdom, and other allies announced limited new sanctions on Russia earlier this week after Moscow said it would send troops into 2 breakaway regions of eastern Ukraine. Germany said it was suspending certification of the controversial Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline. U.S., EU, and UK officials have made clear that much tougher measures would follow should Russia invade. German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock said on Thursday that the European Union is set to unleash the full packet of sanctions against Russia, adding that the world must respond resolutely or run the risk of paying an even higher price. We woke up in a different world today, Baerbock told reporters at a news conference in Berlin, adding, we will launch the full package of massive sanctions against Russia. The Baltic states of Lithuania, Estonia, and Latvia called for Russia to be ejected from SWIFT, the secure messaging services that facilitates payments among 11,000 financial institutions in 200 countries. The entire international community must firmly condemn Russia's aggression and impose the toughest possible sanctions in response to such outrageous acts, including disconnecting Russian banks from the Society for World Interbank Financial Telecommunication, also known as SWIFT. The foreign ministers of the 3 countries said in a joint statement. In a statement, SWIFT said it was a neutral global cooperative in any decision to impose sanctions on countries or individuals, entities rest solely on with the what's this word?
So you competent?
Okay, with the competent government bodies and applicable legislators. I want to say so many other words. Anyways, excluding
his name is Alexander Lukashenko. See, it was another dude named.
That's
Dmitry.
Belarus guy.
Mm-hmm.
What is he, a president?
Yeah, he's the president.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Excluding Russia from SWIFT could cause its economy to shrink by 5%. Former finance minister Alex Kudin estimated in 2014, the last time the sanction was considered in response to Russia's annexation of Crimea. Bank said it was prepared for any developments and had worked through scenarios that guarantee its customers' funds, assets, and interests were protected, Reuters reported. That is the conclusion of that article.
Yeah, Alexander Lukashenko, bro. That brother he comes from the Soviet Army generation, so he's a big believer of that whole situation. So right now, people see him move with Russia. You know, a lot of people might be like, "Yo, what Belarus got going on?" You know, so this is why, right? The president come from this whole background, and he may have kind of a belief.
He won't live the glory days.
None. Ain't none going on with the nuns. Man. I haven't seen somebody like that yet. A dead old lady, girl.
You're my bestie.
Michael Saylor today.
46. That's what I need to go to, man. Man, I need to go find a touchdown for Biden was saying some stuff, man. Y'all gotta hold him to it. Nothing transcendent.
Yeah. I was like, nigga. All them really praying and bone up. I'm like, no, we coming up to tell you building bridges. I ain't got no hope for bridge right now, brother. The way you sanctioning people. Let's talk about $1 trillion deficit and how it's gonna cut us down. Like what? Talk about something real. Because them bridges right now, they're not real enough. They can get blown up in 2 seconds. We just seen buildings, bro. Brand new looking buildings blown up.
blown up, and they blew up more shit today.
What a waste. Oh my gosh, so wasteful. Oh, so wasteful. I did not like to see waste, bro. I believe in composting, guys. Alrighty, here we are.
And certainly the crypto economy, as it comes to its senses, you can believe one thing or the other thing. You can imagine if you're in the business of managing people's money, the last thing you want to do is tell them the answer is just buy this one thing and hold it for 100 years. How do I make money off of that? Right? On the other hand, what's the problem with diversification? Well, first of all, the problem with diversification is selling the winner to buy the losers. And the second problem with diversification is you're not really diversified at all because everything you own is probably correlated to one currency, which is collapsing. So let's deal with them one at a time. If you own Apple stock in the year 2010, a mutual fund manager or a hedge fund manager would tell you he's going to diversify you because when Apple stock doubles, he's going to sell some of that so he can buy some HP or some Dell or some other IBM or some other computer company. And when Apple doubles again, he's going to sell some more to keep you diversified in the computer sector because he wouldn't want you to have too much exposure to Apple. The problem with that is that at one point, Apple became 150% of all the profit in the entire mobile phone industry. That is to say, the winner eats everybody. Not only does it eat everybody, everyone competing against Apple is losing money to compete against Apple. So you're selling the winner to buy the losers. You're going to sell Facebook to buy the newspapers. You're going to sell Google so that you can buy every company competing against Google. You're going to sell Amazon to buy the other retailers. Amazon won. Walmart almost kept up. 15,000 retailers lost. Right? And why is that? Well, it should be pretty obvious why it is right now. When you have a dominant digital monopoly, the digital monopoly eats everything else, and Apple Computer is the most valuable company in the world because Apple Computer is literally the most valuable company in the world. They can ship a product to 1 billion people over the weekend for a nickel, and their competitors can't. So selling the winner to buy the loser is an awful strategy. The only people that made money in the stock market in the last decade were the people that owned FANG. They owned Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft. There's no diversification here at all. So if you're investing in a stable currency, you have to keep in mind that digital monopolies are dominant and they crush everything else, and everything else goes to zero. So the only
everything else goes to zero.
Name another retailer you'd rather own than Amazon.
So you're saying Ethereum's going to go to zero?
What I'm saying is that Ethereum's a different subject. We can talk about it in a bit. What I'm saying is if you're a conventional investor, the winners tend to crush the losers by far. And so diversification of selling the winner to buy the losers is not a good idea. Eventually what portion of the S&P return is attributable to 5 companies out of the 500? It's like 80% or something ridiculous like that, right? So now here's the other problem. I'm going to put you in Venezuela. Okay, so you're in Venezuela and you have a choice. You can buy one company in Venezuela or the entire index of Venezuelan stocks, or you can buy one building in Venezuela or all the buildings in Venezuela, or you can buy one bond in Venezuela or all the Venezuelan bonds. Give me a diversification strategy which is going to actually keep you from losing all your money over 5 years if you're sitting in Venezuela 5 years ago. What is it? They're all correlated. You see, it's like you're shuffling deck chairs on the Titanic. The ship is sinking. You're shuffling these deck chairs. The fundamental elephant in the room here is when the currency collapses. Right? Give me a diversification strategy for Russian stocks right now. Which of those do you want to own? When the currency collapses, the bonds collapse that are linked to the currency. All the companies that generate cash flows and the currency, they all collapse because they're valued as a stream of cash flows. And if the cash is worthless, how is the company going to be valuable? Right? You sell beef in Argentina, the peso collapses. The people are buying the beef in pesos. So you want to sell the beef to Europeans for euros. The government passes a law keeping you from selling the beef or exporting your beef. Export controls come, wage and price controls come. So the problem is every equity, every piece of debt, every piece of property linked to the currency is correlated to the currency. So your diversification strategy with any given currency, whether it's the peso, the dollar, the euro, the ruble, the lira, the whatever, they're all correlated. So then you're like, okay, well, this is great. I'm just going to buy the dollar. All the currencies are correlated to the dollar, and the dollar's collapsing. How fast is the dollar collapsing? Well, you can watch it against real estate in Miami Beach, right? You can watch. All you got to do is look at the dollar versus any scarce desirable piece of property. So what's the dollar valued in versus a Picasso, a Leonardo da Vinci, a city block in New York City, a desirable piece of beachfront property, and how about Palm Beach, right? What's happened to Palm Beach property in the past 10 years? So ultimately, the problem with diversification is nearly everything, every stock is correlated, and every conventional asset is generally correlated. The only true diversification is if you find non-sovereign stores of value that have that derive their value based upon something other than the cash flows that you could derive from them, right? So, think hard about what those are. Pristine trophy properties might protect you, but I think that the problem ultimately is if you're on a sinking ship, you have to get off the ship. And the problem with diversification, like when you're in the retail industry and when it's completely getting obliterated by Amazon, you have to get off. You have to get out. There's no winning strategy, no matter how you diversify in. And so most of the time, these models, inflation is 2% or CPI, and we should say diversified. They're based upon this very conventional wisdom that I live in this safe world and nothing has changed. Like there is no, when Godzilla shows up to the playground, the rules of the game change, right? If there's an external factor, right, you have this model. It's like, it's always been like this. It's always traded like this in the last 30 years. Well, the US dollar never collapsed in the past 30 years. The US dollar is losing 7% of its value for 30 years. So your model says buy property and buy the S&P index. What happens when the US dollar is losing 21% of its value? Right? It's like, that's a different thing. And I think that if we come back to energy is life. And if I suck the energy out of this room, I freeze you to death, right? When I suck the energy out, the temperature keeps falling. If the temperature is falling 1-2%, you can crank it up and try to deal with it. But when the temperature is falling 10%, at some point you'll start to freeze if I pull enough energy out of the room fast enough. And at that point, you have to entertain a new notion, an oxygen mask, put on a coat. You got to exit the room eventually. And if we come back to this issue, right, the issue of the day is Ukraine. But what's really going on here? The currency and the banking systems have collapsed in Afghanistan, in Iraq. They're falling and collapsing in Turkey. They've collapsed in Lebanon, in Syria. They're not trustworthy. in Ukraine and in Russia. Now, I've just lassoed about 400 million people, and those 400 million people don't have a currency that they can use as a medium of exchange or a store of value. They don't have banks that they trust that work effectively. And what's the fundamental issue here? It's like, if you don't have a property or a currency with which you can store economic energy, that's like being a type 1 diabetic. You cannot store fat on your body. It means that you can eat as much as you want. You will literally starve to death, right? Because you don't have the ability to store energy. Fat is organic energy, just like property is a manifestation of energy in low frequency. I give you $1 billion and the currency, it's high frequency money. I buy $1 billion building, I hold it for 30 years, it's low frequency money, right? Either way, okay, I give you $1 billion, you buy a building in some Central African Republic, someone puts a gun to your head, takes your building, now you have no building. You buy $1 billion worth of currency, the currency collapses because the guy that runs the country prints more of it, it goes to zero. You know, like paper money in Venezuela is not as valuable as toilet paper right now.
Mm.
What is it, right? Not clear. So what you have is an economic collapse, and it's a global phenomenon today, and it was accelerated in March of 2020, right? The catalytic event, the catalyst for these things normally is a war on COVID, a war on currency, a war on a lot of things. We're fighting a lot of wars right now, and now we've got real wars, right? An actual war in Ukraine. Wars collapse currencies. They always have. World War I collapsed the currency. World War II also damaged the currency. You can actually trace it if you look at real estate values in the years that followed the war, right? So what we're doing is we're collapsing the currency, and you could describe the entire world right now as 8 billion people. There's one strongest currency, the dollar, which is losing 15 to 20% of its value a year. That's how fast it's bleeding out. You've got a set of currencies pegged to the dollar, Singapore, the Middle East, the euro, that are fairly close to the dollar. Then you've got a set of second-tier currencies, the peso and the Turkish lira and the like, and they're losing 40%. The ruble now losing 40, 50% of their value a year. And you've got the third-tier currencies, the Venezuelan, the Bolivar, et cetera. They pretty much hyperinflate. They all collapse, and they're all going to dollarize. This trend is going to continue. Crypto falls into this trend because what's happening is people realize they can't trust their local currency. They can't trust their local bank. If you don't trust the bank, why don't you trust the bank? In Canada, right, the bank might seize my assets if they disagree with me. In Afghanistan, the banks all failed, when the U.S. pulled out. In Lebanon, the banks basically closed, froze everybody's assets, seized and converted all their foreign currency assets into local Lebanese money, devalued the money, and they locked it up for 10 years. Okay, so when you have hundreds of millions, if not billions of people losing faith in the currency, losing faith in the banks, what do? You look for the digital solution. And the digital solution is I download a mobile app to my phone, and then I convert whatever asset or work or property I have into a cryptocurrency. And there's two things that I really want badly. One thing I want badly is crypto dollars, like Tether or Circle or the like. It's basically US dollars sitting on crypto rails.
Like a stable coin?
Stable coin. And the world's bought 190 billion of that from like 5 billion over the past 24 months. It's exploding. It will go to 10 trillion if they could, right? The market has a trillion to $10 trillion demand for that stable coin. What'll happen when that happens? Every one of these local weak currencies collapses, right? There's not a single currency in Africa, in South America, in Asia you would rather hold than the dollar right now. The Chinese don't even want to hold the CNY. They would all convert to the US dollar. How do you know that? Because there are capital controls. Every country that implements a capital control, making it illegal to convert their currency or move their capital out of the country, is signaling to you that their currency is weak. And that includes the Chinese currency. So that's one dynamic. You got 130 currencies floating in the world. There's probably only 2 or 3 that'll be left when the dust settles. You got the euro, the CNY, the USD. Everything else either gets pegged to those or it collapses into those. And then the second thing the world wants is it wants crypto property. It wants money to give to your grandchildren. I want to hold my money for 100 years, if not 1,000 years. The dollar won't work. The dollar is losing 2% of its value a month, which is horrific and horrific over 36 months. It's catastrophic over 10 years. And people are getting smart enough to realize that that won't work. So the issue is, where do I put my long-term money? I need a savings account. So hence, this is where Bitcoin comes in. Bitcoin is the dominant crypto property network in the world. It's pretty much the only perfected digital property network the human race has created. It's a proven digital property. Everything else is a speculation that it may become property over time. Bitcoin is the success, and every like-kind competitor Bitcoin has collapsed against it, such that Bitcoin is the 95% dominant network in this space. The dollar is clearly the dominant currency, and it wants to be the dominant digital currency. It is really the dominant digital currency as well, despite the fact that the U.S. government doesn't have, U.S. banks issuing them yet, and we've been slow on the uptake. You can see where this is headed, and the driver is the stampede of everybody else in the world, right? You're a rich American and you feel comfortable with your banking structure. Okay, maybe you can ignore this, but name somebody in Africa, Asia, or South America that can ignore this issue right now, right? I invite you to sell all your money and move to a country in Africa and then invest it in local property, local companies, local currencies, and put it in a local bank and feel good about yourself.
You've mentioned South America, Latin America multiple times, Venezuela. You must have some strong feelings on what's going on in El Salvador with Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador. Is that someone you follow or you're in touch with or anything like that?
The situation in El Salvador is instructive, because El Salvador doesn't have their own currency. Mm-hmm. They had a civil war, and following the civil war, their currency collapsed, and so they dollarized. So the medium of exchange in El Salvador has been the dollar, and so their problem is and was that the banking system, the U.S. banking, or the traditional 20th century banking system, is too expensive and cumbersome to serve the people of El Salvador. Over 100 years, they managed to put 2.5 million people into a banking relationship. Over 3 weeks, they rolled out digital assets than they accomplished in 300 years. And now I can put up one tower and give internet access to millions and millions of people for 1/1000th of the cost of doing it with the copper line technique. So if you think about digital banking, the future of the world is 8 billion people with mobile phones. I download an application in 60 seconds. And on that mobile phone, I carry a digital currency like the dollar, maybe the euro, maybe the yen or the yuan, maybe if there's an effective nation state. If there's not an effective nation state, I just clearly swap out to the dollar immediately. Everybody would want to do that. And then I also carry a digital property, Bitcoin. I want to hold it for 100 years. It's instead of holding a building, which you can tax or seize or rain on, or instead of like holding a bar of gold, which you can take from me, I'm just going to hold my digital bar of gold on my phone. Mm-hmm. And then maybe I have some other assets. Maybe I have digital art. Maybe I have digital securities, maybe copies of ownership of something else that I might like sitting in a wallet. But certainly this I can give to everybody on Earth, and I can move the money at the speed of light. And what do I trust? I'm trusting a piece of software, which is a lot cheaper and a lot more reliable than trusting a building, a bank, a board of directors. When you actually have your money in this bank vault, look at it. Imagine money in the... Think about that. When you had your money there, you were trusting the guy that ran the bank, the manager of the bank, the mayor, the head of the police force of the bank, the head of security of the bank, the dude that came to actually fix the lock, everyone that touched the thing, the governor of the state. Then you were trusting the head of the country, the central bank that managed the country, the military system.
Who do you trust with Bitcoin?
Nobody. That's the point. Nobody. Bitcoin's a bank in cyberspace run by software, incorruptible software. And this is the beauty, right? Really great engineering. It takes a corruptible element and puts corruptible or imperfect elements together in a system such that they cancel out their imperfections to create perfection. Where did this happen? Happens in a thermostat. In a thermostat, I have a strata or a metal, and the metal contracts when it gets cold and expands when it gets hot. Okay, now I tell you, build something which doesn't contract and expand when it gets cold and it gets hot. You're an engineer. How do you do it? You take the piece of metal that's going to contract and you put it in opposition to another piece of metal that contracts the other way. But if they're both the same and they both contract with the same force, and you pin them, they cancel each other out, and then you actually get a zero tolerance perfect machine. That's how John Harrison created a perfected clock. He basically used that insight that imperfect elements can create a perfect mechanism in a clock. That clock was used to calculate longitude on the ocean. That's how we actually navigated for 300 years. It's all based upon a bunch of imperfect elements that create a perfect mechanism. Bitcoin is the same thing. I've got a piece of software, it runs on a machine. Is it perfect? No. Why? Because you can corrupt it. How do I fix it? I give another piece of software to him. Now the two of each of your machines check each other. Well, what if you're both corrupted? Well, I throw another 10,000 of those pieces of software into the ether. Well, who do I give them to? People I don't know. How do I corrupt them? How do I even find them? Okay. What if I promise to murder everybody in the US that doesn't change their Bitcoin nodes? Doesn't help. Doesn't help. What if I murder everybody I can find with a Bitcoin node? Doesn't help. I can't, right? How do you stop a fire? How do you stop a fire in cyberspace? Right? It's like you've released this thing.
You've operated, you've invested, you've seen things. You saw Amazon drop, I don't know, what was it, 95% in 05, whatever the year was when the stock went down 95%. I may be wrong on the year. You've seen a lot. Okay. You've seen a lot of what's happened. Yeah. So you seem 100% certain about what you're talking about, which history doesn't favor 100% certainty. You know, it typically, you know, and it's not even I'm not even talking about the trust but verify. There's got to be an element of skepticism, but you're like, no, it's almost a combination of a person who has experience running a business, investor, genius, but also a salesperson. You're very, very good at persuading as well. Are you 100% certain about the future of Bitcoin? And that it has zero risk. There's no risk that could do anything to it?
I don't think you can state that. No, I think that everything in life has risk. So there's a black swan risk, an unknown, and anybody intellectually honest has to admit that there is that risk. That's not what I would say. What I would say is you've got a bucket of money. Let's come back to Africa. Okay. You've got $100,000 in Africa. You've got to invest it in something. You've got to put it into a building, into land, into an African currency, into something else. What are you going to do? There is 100% certainty that you're going to lose 80% of your money in most currencies over the next decade. There's 100% certainty you're going to lose 95% of your wealth over 30 years in just about every currency. And so you have to work through each of these issues and say, what's the cost of doing nothing? What's the cost of not taking a risk? What's the risk-free rate? Well, the risk-free rate is the monetary inflation rate. So the price that you pay to not do something is the rate at which the money is collapsing. If you were a Russian, they just lost 35% of their wealth by not doing anything in the matter of weeks. So in this particular case, you just have to look at the array of options. If you're an investor in South America or Asia or Africa, I would say the risk-free rate is much higher for you, right? Like you're in Lebanon, what are you going to do in Lebanon? How about Afghanistan? How about Iraq, right? What are you going to do? In all those situations, they're thinking, maybe I'll trust my money to Tether. You know, Tether's run by Bitfinex. It's just a company. So why is it that people in many countries...
See, right, I was just telling y'all this to y'all earlier, like with these centralized situations, they could always do this where they could, yo, I'm putting it in Tether. No, actually, be out, my guy. So, right, the thing with Bitcoin, like I explained, bro, imagine somebody creating a company and say, yo, this is for the world. I have no say in this. We got some goddamn programming, and the programming run like this, and we just rocking off the programming. I don't even think people understand how transcendent it is, because we may just hear it right now. We living in a time like a lot of volatility. You know, people just got a lot of things to say, but man, I don't think you would ever get something like this again, where somebody literally develops a company and say, yo, I ain't pressing this to sell a little part I took the lead or whatever. So I got a percentage ownership in the situation, but it's under a pseudonym of the program, and we don't know who that program is. It's just we already know what you got set out for yourself, and everything else, you know how that shit got to be finagled. Yeah, everything got to be finagled different. Yes, you need to go up to light and a lot of these different that people trade in that. All right, a lot of the traders. I have a timestamp. You go to the comment section. I already got commented in there earlier with the T's and right. So super interesting. But right now, the market, people trying to figure out if it bottomed out. What is that? All right, what is that? I wouldn't say that for 100% fact, because there's still downtrends. There's still downtrends for a lot of the stocks that planning on buying. I don't know what y'all are into. If y'all just planning on buying Amazon, Apple, even maybe Apple used a lot of their downtrends. Apple was down pretty bad.
CVX used a lot, right? But they flipped their quarterly pretty fast.
Yeah.
To the test screen?
Yeah.
Oh, but it flipped fast because volume increased, right?
Well, we'll have to double check it also just to be exactly sure. But right now, that's what I remember the situation. And then
you want to type it in?
Tesla went a lot of their little different downs. So there's still some down there, but like I said, BTC right now is the most attractive sell that I see right now is for a small pullback. About 43, 8, 47. I feel like you can definitely get something to work itself out.
Where you coming at?
It's right there. It should be right at the top. It says.
Ras?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see you know Ras. Let me sort through. Okay, here's CVXO.
You see the uptrends?
Start from here?
The bigger ones, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's it
Bye-bye.
right there. So now you can call a sell down there anyway. Keep on going back.
Let me make sure this is... it's not being shared with the folks.
Yeah, just run this right here. So you can just...
Okay.
Yeah, but we're just looking at the chart. CVX just actually completed a yearly uptrend, a couple of the uptrends. It was some good buys on that. I remember me and Empress trading that brother right there back and forth. That was a good. That's a good one. Not bad. Yeah, but this is interesting because, like I said, we teach these things where we say, "Yo, be very, very careful of fundamental. Unless you capital out the zoo, don't be fundamental trading. Don't come tell me that you heard somebody says that everybody downloading this app and another app in the app store. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that you heard the earnings and the earnings sounds great and you expect the earnings to this. Don't those nonsensical things, bro, because that's why I say what I say when I say, yo, you buy the news. It's an event. When everybody show up to the event ready to shake their little booty cheeks, you out the event. You're not even close to the event. They don't even know where you at. Right? You almost like everybody wondering where's the guy that sold these tickets. Because they showed up to the event and the event is whack. Mm-hmm. They want their refund. But I'm already out of there. So, right, a lot of these things is just buy the news, sell the event. So that's why we say we don't really tell people. First of all, we don't trust fundamentally trading. We use it as a catalyst for different things here and there, but nah. You would never be able to actually be profitable in trading if you're completely using fundamentals, because there's always going to be times that the market go against you and you're going to be in limbo, or you're going to be in just this weird space where it's like, what to do?
No man's land.
What's next? Are they going to keep going down? No, they're going to go up. I heard that next week they got earnings.
Hey.
Okay, bro.
So you're going to seem like the most time when you call and be like, hey, brother, it's a 10, 20, 30 downtrend, brother. Just relax. Breathe a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because, right, the fundamental trading, we kind of understood that, yo, fundamentals go so far. Once you start actually viewing it and you start actually getting into trouble, fundamentals go out the window. You start actually looking for lifesavers. Now you start digging for whatever.
That is that Black Wall Street bets.
You feel me?
I knew they knew something.
They said sushi. They said sushi up. What sushi swap is that? $3? Huh?
It went down. Oh, that's just up for the day.
It went down bad.
Yeah, from our original spots, but I'm saying like on like this regular
It's up 5%.
down. Okay. To $3. Dang. Liquidity.
Remember, I was telling y'all Rune, which is Thorchain. Thorchain is up 36%. It's up about 39, 42%. Arweave, small push 10%.
Let me know when you're ready.
Near always got something interesting, and it's based on
gaming.
I'm ready for you, Empress.
Over a series of trades has nothing to do with being right or wrong. Now, how are we going to make those real? Go ahead.
Interesting example to what you've been discussing. Twitter, today, somebody just announced that they've missed their earnings instead of doing it at the end of the market. Okay, so I have a trade on, and I'm losing right now a chunk of change, but it's not, what could I do? I don't know anything.
Fuck that, man.
Well, why'd you put trade on? Because of earnings? Or
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, my point is that something happened.
Yo, it's so, man, oh man. He said, my point is, I put on a trade and something happened and I'm not in control. And it's like, no, that's not what I was talking about when I was saying probability. That just sound like hopeability. Nah, that's not what I was talking about.
That man
man.
said, why? Why? Why, sis? Why? You better not fix your mouth and say earnings, bro. Nobody but not ever do that. You will get clowned in every room. You will be the one clown in a room full of actual traders, bro. What are you saying? You're basing your buy off of earnings?
I heard this is a good answer.
That was beyond my call. I was doing what intellectually I on my Twitter today. Somebody just announced that they've missed their earnings instead of doing it at the end of the market. Okay, so I have a trade on.
This is what an excuse and a blame looks like. She's really trying to blame them right now for doing it in the middle of the market. Middle of the market, end of the market, front of the market. Do not base your buy off of earnings. How do you know it's going up or down? Are you inside trading?
Yo, that is wild.
Huh? Even if you aren't.
That is wild.
And I'm losing right now a chunk of change, but it's not, what could I do? I don't know anything.
Chunk of change, face ass.
Why?
Oh, yo, this is not funny, but bro, you said I'm losing a chunk of change, but I don't know what to do. It's like, man, why the hell you got the trade on?
Bro, do you know what that kind of remind me of, though? You remember when we went in there and bought like some Doge or something?
I bought Doge and put my buy up fucking higher. That's why I didn't get out of Doge the first time.
Bro, I was like, what?
Somebody at school told her to buy something, told her to buy some AMC. But some shit, she couldn't find it or something. So she went and bought Doge.
Why? Brother be horny.
Throw some on something. Goddamn. You said these go up.
Man, that's all they're thinking.
You told me these go up over time, bro. What are you talking about? What are you tripping about?
If you a day trader, bro, don't expect your income to come in that day or that week or that month.
Why'd you put the trade on? Because of earnings? Or
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I mean, my point is that something happened that was beyond my call. I was doing what intellectually I thought was a good idea.
Okay.
These some professional white people. Well, I would have been laughing at this lady.
Yeah.
I feel like a whole room of black people would have been laughing at this lady, bro.
Nah, maybe. It gotta be the people that know a little something. But the only person right now that's laughing inside is this nigga in the front of the class. It's like, like he's just quiet. He's just trying to hear everything. He's like,
and I'm just now has got a tweet saying that they've just dropped the bomb instead of waiting till after the market.
Instead of waiting till after the market.
But she probably learned how to invest from Warren Buffett. Buy things that you use. So she got a tweet from Twitter about their earnings being missed.
She got her alerts on.
Yeah. Somebody from Twitter tweeted her and let her know that we missed earnings.
The mark.
Nigga, don't tweet me. You better get your fucking earnings right. Don't tweet me.
Market.
Yeah.
So you're not ready to buy a ticket to Rio?
Yeah,
No.
You're not ready to buy a ticket to Rio. You're not ready to take a trip. No trip ready for you.
No, I'm yet to get myself in that situation.
I have yet to get myself in that situation. This is a sham. This is a sham.
But I'm just saying, it's just so frustrating because when I'm listening to you and I think I'm feeling a little better, what can I say?
Good. Good. Glad to hear it. We got another one back there. I think what
That's it. Babe, you're on camera. Oh. Let me put you on camera. Get yourself right. Cause you like an adjunct professor right now, bro. And you the freaking chair of the department. All right, but yeah, it's
I am the table.
What happened to the chroma key?
I am the table.
I'm crying, laughing.
Dang, let me see your mouse, bro. You doing way too much.
Oh gosh.
You got it.
Yeah, no. Let's go to mouse. Do what you.
No, I was about to talk to Cam, but you got it, man, so yeah.
And Eric heard trying to create green screen. Weak guy. Alrighty, one more. All right, but we're done with this, right? Bye-bye to that.
Bye-bye.
Is there anything else in the list, man?
Bye-bye. Yeah, it's really just a Taco Tuesday. Yeah, we're really about done with this. About to wrap it up a little bit. So I'm trying to give our brothers at least 10 minutes to talk. But
Yes.
the brother that was just in us the other day.
Oh, she's
Trying to get the brother up to the 10-minute grace period based on the same time they hit me up last time.
You text them.
No, I sent the John out to all of them though.
Okay. But I want to do a quick freestyle while we waiting. I gotta refresh, babe.
It's a liquidity provider.
Babe.
What? They proactive. Oh, this been
Can you
here
take
the
this
whole time? These are proactive market makers. Doodle.
That's the name there, John?
Yeah, Doodle. They're proactive market makers. And they said that they aim to offer better liquidity and price stability than automated market maker with the AMMs. So the whole job is to reduce slippage and stuff like that. Like those AMMs would be a lot of slippage. Shooters on the roof, you can die.
You got instrumental?
You know me, I'm just vibing right now. I heard, so I'm eyeliding.
Come on.
Nigga see me in my eye, tried to hate on me.
Up. Hey, can I see you?
Put my shades on, bro. My eyeballs hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say my eyeballs, not my actual eyeballs, like my John scratching.
Guys, if you guys want to join the conversation, feel free to jump in and click the link in the chat.
Click the link in the chat. The link in the chat. The link in the chat.
Okay, so which one? Oh, that's an instrumental. Hey, hey, hey. They're saying pray for Ukraine. But little do we know it's a war right here. They trying to attack the membrane. They censored us. We can't get back on. Why is now our Godcast till April 4th? These truckers were still protesting before they started bombing Ukraine. Don't forget about those truckers, man.
Hey.
They trying to vaccinate those guys.
Hey.
And they don't even be around people like that. It don't make no sense.
Hey, hey.
But we gonna pray for them. Because it's a war on the human membrane. I made a choice. And now they fired me. 1, 2, 3. It ain't adding up. Why they fired me? I got natural immunity. Why did they fire me? Because it's a war on me. And anyone with the brain in the head that's being used, yeah, we not dead. Ever life, ever last. For whatever, vaccine never.
That was you I seen calling Kareem Abu. That was you I seen calling Kareem Abu.
Yo.
That was you I seen calling Kareem Abu. Calling Kareem. Calling Kareem. Calling Kareem Abu. You thought he was a Saudi Arabia dude. No. He's a black.
Abdul.
I thought you were talking about Abu.
Put some respect on that brother name, Fauci.
No, the one bro wanted Abu back.
Fauci really was on there. Fauci went on the 85 South Shore and mispronounced a name so terrible. And I want to shout out Chico, bro, for calling him out, bro, politely.
I'm talking about calling Fauci out politely.
Hey.
That boy tried to lie to the black community. Calling that boy out politely.
Hey.
Calling that boy out politely.
Vaccine, them bats, please.
Hey.
Vaccine, them bats, please.
Hey.
Oh, wait. Y'all was playing with it in the... Oh, wait. Y'all was playing... Oh, wait. It didn't come from the Batsies. It didn't come from the Batsies. But they gon' prick you with the vaccine. Cause somehow you bought a vaccine. Is it a bat? Or is it a black man? Who knows? But I heard that UVC getting real high on the flow.
Hey, now you gotta think about it though. They say you got AIDS from a monkey, bro.
Woo.
And now you got the vid from a bat. Woo. You gotta start thinking what Was the plan from the start.
Nature don't like being blamed like that. So you gonna feel that wrath straight like that.
Hey, so you feel that wrath. Think that it's a nigga, now you hide in a giraffe. Hey. Hide in a giraffe. Thought you was a nigga, you a craft. I mean you made by the white people. You ain't gonna last. You smell stink like an ass.
Had to come on and sing that one out. Ass, ass. You stink, nigga. Smell it all on you.
Smell it all on you.
Don't try to come over here and sell me some hope.
Don't tell me hope.
Y'all had the black man do it, and he failed at that. He had all them boys telling me that they ain't want to procreate no more.
Nah.
I'm a Bible girl.
Nah.
Open up that Bible door, and you gonna see. Be fruitful and multiply means procreate.
Hey.
Okay? And a man is a man, and a woman is a woman, and a child is a child. Know your place.
Know your place.
Don't be a disgrace.
I can see you going crazy. I need that.
I'm gonna try to stay sane. I don't want to go crazy again.
No, I gotta get you right before you even start going crazy. Man.
But I might go crazy.
Yeah, I'm trading. Been about that. You niggas ain't sent about that. Y'all ain't sent no donations yet? Okay. Top trader, yeah, I've been about that. Got some lanes I ain't win about that.
I got you.
Hey.
I went in the charts looking for the 200-day line, and I couldn't find it. Then I went to Black Wall Street Bets, and they told me it was the EMA. Yeah, they helped me. Then I went insane, ran the money up, and I paid them back. Cause them boys got the information, man. And they giving out for the frisky. Hey, frisky, 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 frisky. Let's get frisky in the street. Frisky, frisky. I'm a nun, y'all.
They say I'm giving shit out free, but I've been about that. Yeah, I've been about that. Yeah, I'm giving shit out free, but I've been about that.
Hold on.
Yeah, I've been about
You got
that.
$1 million worth of game. I got the price. I got the priceless one. What are we doing? I got the priceless game. You can't pay for this, man. Hopefully you get it, man. Because I'm Gary V in the game. I'm gonna put everybody on it. And only 2 people gonna really get it, man. Empress and Ras Natty. Yeah, we snapping on the beat. Extra speakers in the street. Woo! Extra speakers in the street. Hey! Yeah!
I'm a speaker in the street.
Ooh.
I'm a speaker in the street.
Big speaker.
I'm a speaker in the street. Wear purple in the street like I'm unique. No. No.
The man got the brown on. Call it melanin. Yeah, perfection. You gotta ask the son about him.
Hey. Ask the son about me, but not your son, cause I son he. He my son. He not she. He got pronouns. Nah, damn, not pronouns. How you say that word? I make word pronouns. Pronouns. He got pronouns.
Hey,
pronouns.
hey. They try to cancel JRE because he was using the right pronouns to address the kings. And then DJ Vlad came out. And we realized that nigga was a son of JRE. He was feeling salty because JRE could use the N-word and black people was okay with it. But if he say it, we gonna get the drop on him like Charlemagne. I heard Charlemagne diss Kanye. And they bringing it back up. These folks be missing it. But hey, if you tune into the Wise Magi Godcast, you won't miss a beat.
Oh, nah, I can't miss a beat.
You won't miss a beat.
I can't miss a beat.
Because we freestyle every Friday. And if we miss it, we come back.
Ooh, it's not Friday. Oh, you missed it. Everybody here for the last Friday.
Babe, we ran it back one time too, right? On a Sunday, we ran it back.
Yeah, y'all already know that, yeah.
Ooh. Where you going, babe? Either way. I'm a follower. I'm a follower. Either way.
It's Taco Tuesday. Time to make some money. Time to get some new shades.
Hey.
It's Taco Tuesday. Time to make some money. Time to get some new shades.
Black Wall Street bets.
Whoa.
Black Wall Street bets.
Whoa.
Black Wall Street bets.
Hey.
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 Hey. You gotta go.
You want to win? Get on the Black Wall Street Bet team. If you want to win, get on the Black Wall Street Bet team. Come in here on the Taco Tuesday. We talk about currency. You ain't gonna lose name. You ain't gonna lose no time. All you gonna come in here is try to make some dimes.
Black Wall Street bets.
Hey.
Black Wall Street bets. Black Wall Street bets. I bet it's a safe bet. Hey, Black Wall Street bets.
Don't put a dime
Black
on
Wall
the
Street
plate.
bets.
Don't put a dime
Black
on
Wall
the plate.
Street bets.
Don't put a dime
I
on the
bet
plate.
it's a safe bet. Hey.
I told the brother make sure he put 1 to 2 cents, if not 3, but don't put 10 cents, bro. That's too much weight. That's too much weight.
And we big tippers.
That's too much weight.
Leave that money on the table, boy. You can come back straight like that. And if you don't come back, guess what? You can leave it right here.
You don't need it.
Hey. Black Wall Street bets.
Hey.
Black Wall Street bets. Black Wall Street bets.
Whoa.
Bet you. It's a safe bet. Hey, Black Wall Street bets.
Hey.
Black Wall Street bets.
Hey.
Black Wall Street bets.
Whoa.
I bet you it's a safe bet. Hey. Hey.
Right there, I just pictured all my black bros coming down the soul trade lines.
Burr! Cold in the game.
Chill out, bro. That's not the beat. We switching it up, Jay. We switching it up. New age. Old school niggas doing dance, doing the dance.
Hey.
The old school niggas doing the dance, they doing the dance.
Hey.
The old school niggas, they doing the dance, they doing the dance.
Hey.
These old school niggas, they acting ass, they acting ass. These niggas be showing they ass. They ain't got no money, they ain't got no cash. They don't be teaching no class. They ain't got no lessons we can't pass. These niggas ain't trying. Nah.
Hold on. I got
want Trumps. I can say that.
It's two type of niggas.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean kings.
Whoa.
It's a nigga that be at the Taco Tuesday.
Whoa.
Looking for the supreme tacos with the beef boy. Yeah, your breath stink, beef boy. And then it's the other Taco Tuesday nigga. He pull up to the beef WB. Yeah. No Warner Brothers, but Black Wall Street bets. Yeah, we warning brothers that this trade finna come in. Yes, coming in. We going up, we going down, and it's coming in. We call that income. Many streams of them. We got the Nile River. Hey, it's going up, it's going down. Yeah. It's going up, it's going down. Yeah. We making money all around. Yeah. Hey. You ever look at Central Africa?
Hey.
The vegetation real loud, bruh.
Whoa.
That's how Black Wall Street bets looking. Real veggie full. Plant-based, dude. Real veggie full.
Okay. So it's like I showed up at a restaurant. They told me I couldn't eat no chicken, but I'm like, okay, bruh. I'm a vegan, I don't need your chicken, dude. I be chilling back, eat my vegan food. You be eating that dead shit. The most I said, eat the flesh of the motherfucking tree. What you missed, bitch?
Yes.
Yeah, you missed the bars. You didn't even see that the most I had everybody fishing for the fish.
Black
Dog.
Wall Street bets.
You gotta eat the
Black
right
Wall
food.
Street bets.
You gotta eat the
Black
right
Wall
food.
Street bets. Black Wall Street bets. That chicken gon' have you in that COVID area. And you gonna do that,
sanction me. You can't sanction me. You can't sanction me.
It got David in it.
Yo, y'all can't sanction somebody that don't eat meat, bro. And I'm saying that same thing with Russia. You can't sanction somebody that don't need you. It's like a nigga showing up to a food or whatever y'all call that, and you like, yo, bro, you can't eat none of the chicken though, bro. It's like, okay.
Bro, I bet we got bros praying right now, man. I hope all the plants go out. It's like, nigga, if the plants go out, we ain't got no oxygen. So guess what that means,
Niggas don't want plans.
That is an empty tank.
Okay, they don't want plans. Okay, I got something for niggas that don't want plans. Okay, so Wasteman tried to diss me, but I don't get shit.
Ooh.
Wasteman tried to diss me, but I keep my clips. Wasteman tried to dip me, but I'm on a bitch. Wasteman tried to diss me, but I got my chips. Got my chips up, nigga, rich as fuck. Ooh. Try to take my oligarchs, what the fuck? Ooh. Guess what? Rolling in with my tanks. Ukraine nigga, you about to get fucking flanked.
Black bean tacos full of protein.
Whoa.
What you mean? What you mean? Black bean tacos full of protein.
Hey.
What you mean? What you mean?
Whoa.
We don't beef over here. We just plant seeds.
Whoa.
If
No
it come
beef.
by you, you might become supreme. But if it don't, we gon' plant them seeds anyways, yo. Plant them seeds. Plant them seeds.
Whoa.
We don't believe in all that beef.
Whoa.
Plant them seeds. Plant them seeds. We don't believe in all that beef.
Whoa. Don't believe in beef. You niggas waste man seed. Show up to the
That was a fucking bar. Shit! They! We don't invest in beef? What you said? Waste man seed? Dirty booty, bro. Waste man sending all his stuff to the sea.
Yo.
Oh man, you snap. Waste man seed. Waste man seed.
We don't want.
I gotta edit this video, bro. This snap. Hey, we call it Taco Tuesday, Friday. Hey, it's a dinner-esque. and we talking about the money. And we talking about the politics. Got the tools. Give me the wrench. And they're talking about the wrench. Go ahead.
Send me the currency.
Ooh.
Send me the currency.
Ooh.
Send me the currency.
Ooh. I sent them the currency.
Whoa.
Because currently, Bitcoin is in an upstream. Just came down from the downstream.
Whoa.
But little do they know. Literally, little do they know.
Whoa.
They told that man a 200-day line. They ain't even give him the right rhymes.
Whoa.
So now he gonna be lost. He gonna have to search Investopedia for all the different lines. He might end up with the head and shoulder.
Who them guys is with the blue fucking calendar?
Ooh.
With the blue fucking calendar. Nah, I'm talking about the dudes with the blue. That they bought. They always buying dips. They dip buys.
Blue tips.
El Salvador.
Ooh, they
bought
always
the dip,
buying
now they
the
got
dips.
more.
The dippy dips.
You feel me? And now you're starting to see how important Bitcoin is. A guy told me Bitcoin was going to 22. I laughed at him like, ha, boo hoo. You not going to invest till they go to 22. They gonna play a fucking game on you. I wanted to buy when it was at 37, bro. It went to 42. You was late though. Gotta make sure that you invest. You can't try to time the market, bro.
Take me to currency.
Time in the market
Take
best.
me to currency.
Try to time the market
Take
less.
me to currency.
Time in the market best.
Hey.
You
better average cost dollar down.
Whoa.
If you bought at the top meat mill, you better average cost down.
It's at 13
if you
cents.
bought at the top.
It's at 13 cents. Double your money up, get it at 15 cents. Get out at 16 cents. Now you got your money back, bro. Now you got your money back.
Was
bro.
at 55 for 2 weeks. 50% off for 2 weeks. And if you not in, you missed it. You're going to have to wait for the retracement.
Not to mention when Bitcoin fell to 34, or 35, or 30 fucking 6. I don't really know. I just invest into that shit. But Luna fell to like 48 or 6. 48 or 46. You niggas could have bought that shit 46. But now it's at 94. Now you want to buy. Nigga, you gonna fucking die.
Solano dropped too.
It's a pullback coming.
It wasn't 50%, but you could have got on him. Hey.
There's a pullback coming though.
It's a pullback coming. But you ain't go nobody. Cause you ain't on the Patreon. And you ain't in the guest list.
So all you gonna say is, goddamn, Russia got us. They took the money. It's a scam. Goddamn.
You ain't on the guest list. You ain't on the guest list.
Goddamn.
House of Selassie.
Got
exclusive trades. You ain't on the guest list. House of Selassie. House
Hey.
always wins. Remember that.
Y'all not in my private friends. I was sending out new pictures the whole last week.
Yeah, it's close friends, but yeah.
Oh, you know, I don't know about close
Guys,
friends,
get
but, man.
get in that close friends list of Professor Ras.
Yeah.
There's no new pictures, just new trades, new
Naked-
charts.
Naked shorts. We call it naked shorts all month.
Yo, he's pulling his shorts down.
All month, just naked
He's
shorts.
pulling his shorts down. Oh man, bro, he's mooning the world. The signature bend.
They say, bruh, moon in the world, to the moon we go. They say, bruh, moon in the world, to the moon we go. They say, bruh, moon in the world. They
No,
say
we're
I'm
not.
moon in the
Go
world,
ahead.
but to the moon I go. I'm in my spaceship, nigga, blasting off to the moon, no. Now you wanna get on, bro? But we fucking gone. You in the back, nigga. Now you charcoal.
You had your head in the gutter.
Whoa.
You need to go to Uranus.
Whoa.
Cause you stuck in your
Whoa, stuck in your anus.
We going to the moon. We going to the moon.
Hey.
It's gonna seem like New Year's, dude. But if you in the esoteric world, that quarter 2 might seem like quarter 1, dude. But it's okay. We got through the crypto winter. Now Ukraine gotta get through that NATO paper and sign it. Hopefully.
Hey, if I'm Ukraine, I ain't signing shit. I got my guns, nigga. Let's go to war in this fucking bitch. I ain't giving up my country to no Russian fucks. I don't get no fuck if they got them big trucks. I got my little whip. I'm here with my fam. If shit get worse, I'm on the front line with that blam blam. Goddamn, yeah, it's Tuesday, but I gotta go. Told them I was gonna help them, but no. I can't help no brothers. Not right now. I got a new daughter. I gotta pipe down. I gotta chill out. I'm acting like a fucking clown, trying to talk about joining frontline. What's going down? No, I'm not joining the front line, bro. My wife spoke to me in the bed. She said we go to the US. I gotta go do my best. I got a company, I got the S up on my chest. This my family life, I can't waste it. God damn, man, I wish I wasn't impatient.
That's a word.
Guess what, Empress? I said I was gonna thug it out. Tuesday came, nigga, I'm on the first flight out to the EU. God damn, I'm gone.
And if you can reference that bar, we'll give you a free trade. We'll give you a free trade if you know what he's talking about right there.
Cause I'm gone.
He was gone by Tuesday.
Cause I'm gone. I said I was gonna stand on the front line.
He was gone by Tuesday.
Whoa.
It's Taco Tuesday.
Whoa.
And we about to be out of here.
Whoa.
Because we got some trades on the line. We going to the moon. We going to the moon. Hey, we going to the moon. We going to the moon.
Hey, goddamn. Say you came late with your parachute, but we on the spaceship and we leaving you. The earth is done. The earth is done. The earth is done. The earth is done. What I mean the earth is done, cause it's flatter than a pancake. Yeah, it's flatter than a pancake.
We going to the moon. We going to the moon.
Hey.
Y'all
tripping, but Empress about to set this John up. Empress, we about to get up out of here. We're not about to waste it.
Okay.
I know you got your little John to do. I know you about to set your little John up in the back. So while you're doing that, we about to set the little John up right in the front.
Okay.
You know who Leah finessed this hoe?
Okay. Chilling in the booth with Empress.
Hey.
I say I'm chilling in the booth with Empress. Guess what? I still ain't even do the fucking census. They don't even know that I'm living in America. It's like I'm chilling in Jamerica. In the middle of two worlds, like I don't care. I'm like the nigga from Russia. Guess what? I'm talking about Putin. That brother look Mongolian. Who's shooting?
Don't
Not
do that.
me. I ain't trying to diss Buddy. Buddy look kind of funny to me. He's a white guy.
Nobody.
It's white on white crime. And I'm not gonna do no white time. I've been on my black shit. Only thing I care about is black people getting rich. Goddamn.
Some more white on white crime.
Goddamn.
Shout out to my dog, Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoa.
They done canceled her.
Whoa. Cancel Goldberg. Cancel Goldberg and treated her like she was Susan. Goddamn. You changed your name, but who cared who, man? Goddamn. I know some Jewish people changed their name to English names. But goddamn, my sister Whoopi tried to change her shit to Jews. And they looked at her like, who the fuck are you? You don't know the fuck about the struggle, boo-boo. That's goddamn. Like, if I was Whoopi, I'd be like, bro, I'm a Jew too.
Was that her? She got the locks, though.
She got the locks.
She got the ultimate locks.
She got the lock, and she got the name.
The supreme ones.
Mm-hmm.
That was her with that Prince Hall.
And she got this, yeah.
Mason.
Yeah.
She's a builder.
And she got the Goldberg. You know about the burger?
She's a builder, amplified.
She's a burger. She's a burger.
You are who we thought you were. A nun.
You a fucking nun. You ain't got nothing to say about what we got going on. Be quiet, son. Goddamn, they try to son Whoopi.
Shake that.
Shake that. Hey, they
shake
try
it
to
off
son
you.
Whoopi. They try to son Whoopi.
Shake it off you.
Guess what? Joy Behar came out, said Ukraine under attack. What the fuck? I don't care.
I'm trying to go to Italy next year.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm trying to fly in their air. But little do they know, they shooting on sight. And Italy will be a no-go, bro. Yeah, I called you a bro, cause you being a dickhead. Talking about your personal trips, yo. We got folks losing their jobs to David.
Yo. And we out. We be
That
clowning,
is
nigga.
the conclusion.
Yo, everybody that invests gotta invest wisely. I'm telling you, money can be made every 2 seconds. I'm telling y'all could work every day of y'all life. Y'all could be broker than me. Money can be made every 2 seconds. While I'm sitting here, I can make more money than you making your day. And you could be like, yo, but I got security. And I say, cool. Be a 9-to-5 millionaire like Maul then. If you're not doing that, you're not talking about nothing. You waiting on the government to help you. What if one day you get a maniacal leader? He gets in there, he said, yo, we're going to fucking war, guys. And you're like,
We thought about a martial law.
Nah, bro, we're not going to war. We're not on that. And the guys, we're going to war. Send all your firstborn and your thirdborn. So what you mean thirdborn? What that new shit about? Yo, send them. We've been doing the statistic. Goddamn, send them, right? And then your money collapse. And then you start invading countries. You take over Mexico. You take over just Haiti. You take over Jamaica. You just start taking over people. And people start crying out, yo, America coming over. You're taking us over. What should we do? Then your whole dollar that you thought was important, because the dollar already weak. The dollar weak as hell. Now you have something else that's smacking the dollar. The dollar smacking itself. It's already weak. And then it's going to smack. Bro, you got to think about this, bro. You cannot believe in currency, which is why we played the little Michael Saylor Empress.
Michael Saylor.
Bro.
Mouthful of just light.
Bro, you could... Bro explained that you could have bought you some property in West
he
Palm
shed
and all
light
this
on
shit.
so many little just my what is it, Nicholas fees and just annually fees that you'll continuously have to like push forth. You good? So yeah, it was good. He shed light on a lot of different things, like the freaking property tax, the fact that it goes up every year. If they decide to do a development there, it goes up even more. Utilities, just different things you have to pay for when you're not even, living in the property. Management in general is $1 trillion industry. So
it's so much worse. He emperor that we're getting robbed.
Like the way he explained it was like, hold on, and I remember telling you this the other day. I was like, man, this brother right here, he wholehearted on real estate, and I like it, right? Because even if you get all the crypto in the world, you're gonna need real estate,
right?
So there's a importance in it, but this what Michael Saylor was saying is there's no diversification in it. So even though that brother is there, majority of that shit is gonna be eaten up by
together
BlackRock, right? It's gonna be eaten up by those guys. So I understand you there and you got your little job going, but these brothers got this price.
Won't be long,
right? What's your price over there? But with Bitcoin, you got it and you got it. And now you like and Michael Saylor was saying this when it fell, but he was like 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. We just gotta always keep that concept in mind, right?
Here's how they're gonna come at you. They're gonna let you buy everything up, renovate it, make it look good, bring the property value up, and they're gonna knock on your door and say, hey, sign here. Don't have to worry about none of the property tax, none of the insurance, all that. We got it. But it's ours. Our property tax. We're paying for it, okay? Good?
I'm telling you, bro. We don't hey. And look, it's gonna look cute because at the moment you're gonna be
deep in the property tax debt.
Up to your eyeballs.
He says they let you hold it for 20 years before the government retakes ownership of it. In other words, if you fall back on your property taxes, yes, you still have time to pay it or whatever with the interest and stuff. But after 20 years, if that is not paid or it doesn't show good faith, it's no longer yours. And how long is the mortgage?
30 years.
10 years. 10 years plus than 10 years.
Man.
So you had 10 more years to pay off this 30 year.
I'm telling you, most
property tax kicking your butt. They keep going up because they keep putting gentrified situations going on right next to you.
I've seen them talk earlier about refinancing with them 30-year mortgage and all the little situations. Like they say, bro, if you don't knock a lot of that stuff out within the first 5 years, bro, you're just paying taxes on top of taxes on top of interest on top of interest.
It's a cycle, endless cycle.
This shit is done now. You feel me? So you have to figure out a way to knock this shit out sooner than later, right? And maybe you can use that on your credit. I don't know, but like you for sure you can, right? Because it just shows that you have that money. You gotta understand that. Like even when ML explains, yo, get the S corp, and people's like, yo, but he was like, don't worry about that. Well, he wasn't S corp with ML. It was a C corp, C corp. But nevertheless, he was explaining, yeah, I understand what you're talking about taxes, but boom, when you pay this much in taxes, the amount of money that they're able to lend you, like ML had this whole little breakdown where he was like, yo, all right, boom. All right, it costs this much to borrow money. So like he had a whole number for how much money, like how much money you needed to buy money. He had a whole
and that was another thing. He really broke down money to you and how it's a game to be played. This is a board game, and it's like, bro, they're inevitably gonna want their money back. Whether it's a slow bleed or a fast bleed, they want it back. The house always wins, i.e. the IRS and the government. So if they see you, accumulating a lot more before you know it, you like, bro, everywhere I try to put my money for it to stay still, here comes IRS and Federal Reserve and everybody else chipping away at it. It's like, bro, is this game fair or is it rigged?
So what he explained was a couple of the dopest ways to do it is that the business that always stay profitable is banking, and I think he said insurance. He said no matter what, these niggas always get bailed out. They always, you feel me? It's always something for these guys. He's like, you have to be in that position. So like he had a whole thing where it's like, yo, you can lend to these banks. Like I always explain to people that, yo, the banks just come to your neighborhood with just a building. And you give them the money and they, like us, nigga, they start trading it, nigga. They start investing in it and they're making percentage on here, percentage on there. And they say, yo, we pay you 0.01%. You sure with that? And you ain't got nowhere to put it anyway. You good, bro.
You don't even have the wherewithal to put like the amount of research Michael Saylor had to do to find out all that stuff, bro. You literally have to go through it.
Why did he have to find it out? Like why did it become important to him? Right? He explained that why it really became important to him.
Multiple choice.
Empress is because within that situation he was about to go broke. People was about to lose their jobs. All this shit was about to crumble. So then he had to figure out what actually is money. Cause I got money over here. You tell me I'm broke? What the fuck is that shit over there that you told me that I had? It was like, nah, that ain't money, that's debt.
That's accounts receivable.
Huh, so that's the debt. So what about the other debt that I had borrowed?
That's another somebody else's accounts receivable.
Huh. Okay. That makes sense. I thought about it. Let me go get Bitcoin. No. You good. That makes sense to me. Y'all got me the whole time. Y'all fucking got me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take the rest of this money I got. I'm just gonna buy some Bitcoin. They said,
bro, get on the ledger. The way you get on the ledger, bro said, get on the ledger. All right, shoot, where I sign up at? Where your money at? What you mean where my money at? You need a credit score. What have you been doing with your money? Boom, you come back with your credit score. All right, I'm ready. Put me on the ledger. I'm ready to sign up. All right, what do you want? How much do you want? What do you mean how much I want? I got a good credit score. No, we're not just giving you cash. You can borrow this money and give it back. You good with money though, right? We seen your credit score. Look, your credit score says that you good with money. Boom. So the way you sign the ledger is you have to take money from their hands and you have to give the money back to them. And now you are in this game known as credit is queen, cash is king.
Mm-hmm. They constantly charge you, but you what? Like I said, people always say things like, "Yo, the way the capital gains is taxed. If you start, look, bro, that's what they told y'all about this shit with the middle class, bro. 90% of the stocks are owned by these motherfuckers, which is why they're the middle class, bro. Other than that, they're not doing nothing phenomenal.
Right.
You doing the same shit. You just don't own no assets. Every time inflation hits you, nigga, you start feeling it. Like I said, a lot of them feeling it too because it's the separation now. Where now you just can't be a middle class and just betting safe on the S&P.
The blue collar.
Man, Michael Saylor spoke on that. Right, with the CPI and you betting on goddamn S&P 500s and they giving you 12% or some nonsense.
I remember I went into the comment section of Palantir. I thought this got to be open to middle class people. They were so livid. Alex Karp, what are you doing with all the money? Are you taking all the money? What a freaking shit. Like, they were so upset with him. And I was like, Alex Karp ain't got no thing. He ain't got no idea what to do with this. He don't got nothing to do with this. But yeah, you ready?
It's major shareholders, like they always explain. But yes, we're definitely ready. We're gonna do some live trading in the morning, so we're gonna definitely get up out of here so we can get some rest.
Alrighty, guys, that is the conclusion of this episode. I have lost track of numbers because Professor Ras Natty has been keeping track of thumbnails.
The numbers, I just scream out names. States of the Union.
That is the conclusion of the State of the Union episode. We will be back on Friday.
The numbers gonna be put on there though. Y'all gonna see the numbers, but nevertheless, these are episode names. So if you ever be like, damn, bro, what that State of the Union John that y'all did? Bam. Jump back to the State of the Union John. The State of the Union John is where we explain a lot of this stuff because it's Taco Tuesday, John. So you know it's about currency. So we just finagled everything into the currency, the Ukraine situation. And Biden had a not great. I can't say nothing Biden did was great.
It was tolerable.
It was solid. Yeah, Biden said, yo, this and that. And I was like, yo, cool. Let's see what Biden got going on. Yo, let's rock out with Biden. Right? Because Biden has a straight plan. So let's see what's going on going forward. And hopefully they do something. They might be sending out some more stimulus. Which I don't understand how that'll benefit nothing right now. But I don't know. They might be they may be rethinking the 6 or whatever rate hikes for the year because it may be a little bit much, especially right now during these Ukraine times and all the situation that's going on at hand, which is why we had the thumbnail that said help Ukraine before it's too late. Right. So you gotta kind of get in on the information and figure out where things is going. But we're gonna try to do a live trading in the morning so we can get the fuck out of here.
Alrighty, guys. We will be back Friday for our Freestyle Friday segment. You guys got a little preview just then. Until then, keep checking out the other videos and peace.